Jay Crawford, Adam the Bull, Garrett Bush, Dustin Fox, Jason Lloyd, Tyvis Powell, plus, ba-da-da-da-da, you're loving him, Mikey McNuggets. And so many big names, it would take me hours to say all of their names. The ultimate Cleveland sports show starts now. Booyah!
Welcome, everybody, to the latest edition of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, along with G. Bush, Jason Lloyd, Tyvis Powell. I'm Adam the Bull. We've got Mike, Anthony, Steve, Earl, all here today. It's all hands on deck. We were just having a lot of fun. Again, we could take people behind the scenes. Woo. We talked about.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
We just had, in all honesty, this is before Jason and Ty walked in.
Yeah.
We may have just had our best basketball discussion we've had in a long, long time. And I guarantee when we dive into the Cavs in 10 minutes, we're not going to get to any of that.
No.
We talked about Şengün versus Mobley. We talked about the fact that NBA expert Adam the Bull was correct and Mike and Jason were wrong.
We talked about what the wagers is for
who knows?
So we got to wager what it is for Bull and Jason to come in with the wrist up.
The wrist up.
How many yards did Shedeur Sanders have to throw for in order for them to come in on Monday with the wrist up? Jason Lloyd, it was out of pocket.
Yeah,
5-17.
We talked about we talked about the fact that black guys never look old.
Yeah,
that was part of the conversation.
We do have a special
G went all the way left with his comment that I don't even know what he was talking about.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
We were talking about Raven Simone from the Cosby Show.
We're gonna leave that.
No
right
details
there
on that one.
at all.
When we were talking about the fact that I would never let anybody dunk on me like Jared Allen did yesterday. That I would hurt the person.
We also
if I was on the basketball court.
If Jared Allen dunks on you, what the hell are you going to do about it? He's 7 feet tall.
When I was 22,
I'm not talking 22.
Well, now I'm old
You
and
said
fat.
present day.
No, not present day. I got hurt, Jason. What are you talking about?
What did he just say? The man just said,
No,
I've
I'm
never
talking
let
about
anybody dunk
I meant
on
when I actually played basketball. Not that I was any good, but the one thing I was good at playing basketball in the schoolyard was I would harass everybody defensively.
Yeah.
I wasn't fast, but I would harass. I'd be very physical, and I would just foul a lot. Yeah,
He was hacking champ.
Guys like playing. The good players like playing with me because I would do a lot of the dirty work for like that level.
Yeah.
What about scoring?
But I couldn't score at all. No, I would never even shoot the ball. I can't score.
In your prime when you was 22,
Eric Snow?
you look like you being in New York, being out on the ball. You look like a good getaway driver.
I could have been.
Like you was the dude. Everybody's like, yeah, we're robbing the bank tomorrow. Let's get Bull.
I'm low key good getaway driver. Yeah.
Wait
a minute. How you all here just turbid out, huh?
Yeah, man. This is.
I tried it. I did it once and got a text message.
Hey, man, listen, man. Right now, man, let's go with the fit, man. This is a religious garb.
Yeah.
You got the waves coming in?
Oh, listen, I got waves all the way up underneath here.
Okay.
Look, see, you know what I'm saying? I got the religious garb on. By the way, could you wear a do-rag?
No.
Well, I couldn't.
Do you know how to tie one?
Yes.
I tried wearing one when I was a kid. I looked like a meth head. So I didn't wear it after that. It didn't. I couldn't.
When I was in college, right, we would play. All the guys that worked at the radio station, we would play touch football. Right, I was a little older because when I went to Brockport, I was 25 as opposed to being 18, so I was a little older. By the time we were playing, I was like 27, 28. So we would play touch football, right? But you could block, right? And there was a kid, and I was trying to impress the girls, right, from the radio station. It's a bunch of nerdy guys, so. Whenever there was an interception,
It's always them girls.
part of the reason I told the story is because I would wear a do-rag when I played.
Make you do something you think.
And whenever there was an interception, I would look to find a guy on the other team to smoke with a block, like to knock on his ass.
You was crackback blocking like
Absolutely. I was smoke, and these guys were like tiny little wimps, but still.
Speaking of girls,
Yes.
all of us is married up here, so
Yeah.
you will be able to relate to this story.
Yeah.
So last night, I went to sleep. I go to sleep at like 9:30, right?
Yeah.
I got the tap at 11:47.
Oh boy.
Everybody know what the tap is, right? But
Yeah.
it wasn't that tap.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna see where this goes.
The tap was.
We're gonna see exactly.
And then when I woke up and seen like you get the tap, you wake up, she had no pants on.
Whoa.
So I'm thinking.
You sure you want to tell this story on the air?
Yeah.
That's a good tap.
So I'm thinking.
Let me take something.
Wait, let me finish.
Let me take my rag off. This is
when
wild.
you see that, it's like, oh, I got action, right?
Oh no, Tyvis.
The next statement changed everything.
Oh, no.
She said, Lay just threw up everywhere and I need your help.
Oh, man.
So I get up and I'm like, okay, it can't be that bad, right?
It went from the best to the worst thing.
I get up and I go to the kids' room.
Yeah.
And sure enough, right on her bed, it's
Oh,
a
that's the
puddle
worst.
of puke. And not only did she do that, she did that, got up, and then went to her sister's bed and puked on her sister's bed.
Oh,
So
my
it was
God.
just everywhere.
And she's probably crying because she feels terrible.
Yeah, well, she was in the tub. My wife had already go get in the tub. You got to take
That
it
is
back.
the late night throw ups is the worst.
But the tap, like I just knew, like it went from like, oh yeah,
Here we go.
oh man.
Dang, homie.
Oh my God.
That's a great story.
Hey, man,
And
that's
wives,
crazy.
let's face it, the
And the
wives.
reason she didn't have
Yeah.
pants on is because she stepped in the puke and it was on her pants, so she had to take them off.
God, the puke. Here's the problem with the puke is that if I go near the puke, I want to puke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And let's face it, our wives, they're generally better at us than most things. They're definitely better at handling 6 kids than we are, right? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but
I'm pretty great at it.
All right, you're good at it? All right. I mean, I'm good at cheering up my son, but, like, if he's sick, Mom's way better at that.
I agree.
But one time, he got sick in the middle of the night when my wife was away.
Oh, man.
And like, he's throwing up all over the place, and I'm like, I'm like barely holding it together, not throwing, because it's, oh God,
You're better-
I feel bad for you, Tyvis.
You're better-
I can feel your pain.
I had to clean, like I washed the sheets.
But you're
at
better
you.
off puking in the bed than the carpet, actually. Because
That's just easier.
Well, I
Yeah.
got
Hardwood? Oh.
Oh, that's the best.
She
That
should
is
have definitely, yeah. I'd
Yeah,
rather
Just
that's
like when the dog throws up, you want him to throw up on the hardwood,
I
not
mean,
the carpet.
I've been at Walmart at 2 in the morning buying a rug cleaner because it's all over the carpet
Hey,
from the kids.
listen.
That was the worst. Like 2 in the morning, I'm at Walmart buying one of those
Oh, my
heavy-duty
God.
rug cleaners.
I need them to be, it's just like a fire drill. I need them to be drilled up. Like, it's a tornado drill. You hide under your desk. I don't know why that was supposed to work. Then when the tornado comes, you're out of here anyway. Or the fire drill. Okay, cool, it's cool. But I need the throw-up drill. Like, I need you to understand that something's going on down there. Can you just make it? Can you make it to the bathroom? Or you just
hard,
like, I
man.
can't do it.
With kids, when they
kids,
wake up in
it's
the middle of the
hard.
night sick,
Yeah.
they're not thinking, I got to get to the bathroom.
They don't understand.
You know, we as adults are thinking like, oh, I got to get to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Kids are not thinking that. Yeah. Well, rough night for you, Tyvis. Did you get back to sleep eventually?
I did, but when that alarm went off this morning, it was like,
What time do you get up?
4:45.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, well, we've talked about vomiting. We've talked about basketball. We've talked about all kinds of things.
The tap on the shoulder, that was wild.
The shoulder that we thought was leading down a sexual road. It was not.
Yeah, it wasn't at all.
Now let's get to some sports. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, guys, we have a very exciting show coming up for you guys. I can't wait to play No Fence Riders in a little bit.
Ooh.
5 of the 6 answers were dead even split. So you better get a little contentious here and defend your side.
All
But
right.
we're going to start with the Cavs after a quick reminder that FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook, and there's no better place to get in on the action than with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. You can combine live bets into same-game parlays for a shot at bigger payouts. It keeps every game exciting, especially when your team's making that late-game push. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when their first $5 bet wins. So head over to FanDuel.com/UCSS to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Mike, I just got word that Evan Mobley just missed another free throw.
Oh, Lord.
We're getting
It's
word
bad.
on that right now.
It's a legitimate
I
issue
mean,
right
what
now.
happened last night on the free? I mean, he didn't play particularly well overall, but what was he, 2 for 10, 3 for 10?
It was 4 for 10.
Oh, 4.
As a team, the Cavs ranked 27th in the league in free throw rate. So it's not
Inexcusable.
just Mobley. It is an entire team issue right now. Mobley on the season is shooting just 60.4% from the free throw line, which is once again an inexcusable number for a player of Mobley's caliber who over the last 2 seasons had shot in the 70s. He's down now to 60.4%. Kenny Atkinson said after the game it's a mental thing. Free throws, it's more mental than it is any kind of shot issue. But Jason, you and I were sitting together at the game last night.
Aw.
We watched the end, I want to start with you, and then we'll get into the chaos afterwards. But, Jason, what was your takeaway from the Cavs' loss to the Rockets last night?
I wasn't surprised they lost necessarily. I was shocked they came back. I told Mike, I left.
They look clueless for 2.5 quarters. Yeah.
I went down at halftime. I was like, this is going to be an ass beating. Like, I didn't think they were coming back. Like there are nights where it's like, all right, it's 15, it's 17, whatever. It's the NBA, they're going to come back. And there's nights where it's like, nope. And
I agree. It felt like one of those.
Last night looked like a nope, not tonight. So I left and I went downstairs. And then I came back up mid-third quarter. They were still down big, and they went on a little bit of a run third quarter. In terms of the Mobley thing, you might be right. Like that, he took a massive leap last year. Can we all agree on that? And you said he couldn't, so you're wrong. So you're out of this conversation.
What?
You said for years
disqualified him immediately. Off top,
and Mike and I kept saying that there was another layer there was another level there, and you kept saying no.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I 100%. Roll the tape. You probably don't have it queued up.
I don't know. Yeah, I think you're making that up.
But I did feel like there was another level beyond what we saw last year, and the point I kept making was there has to be if they're going to win a championship.
Right.
If there's not, there's not. I don't know how they're going to win a title.
Do you think there's not at this point? Or is it too soon to say?
Yes and no. It's too soon to say, but this window was the best chance for him to show it with Darius being out and them trying to make him a focal point, and it ain't working.
No.
So that is disappointing to see that it's like, man, this is your golden opportunity here. And once Darius comes back and then you filter Max back in, I tend to think that they're going to go back to playing it the way they played last year. So it's November 20th. I'm not going to say this is it. If this is it, he's a really good player in the NBA.
Agreed.
Like
agreed.
Like he's a really, really good player.
But he's not a superstar.
But he's not. He's not that pillar guy.
Right.
He would be an incredible number 2 on a championship team.
Right.
I just don't know that they have the pieces to win the title. I felt all along like he had to be their best player and he had to be the dynamic piece. And if he's not, I think they're going to have a hard time winning the championship. And you saw that last night.
Yeah.
With the way that Kenny talked about after the game, the way that the Rockets blitzed Donovan and got the ball out of his hands, they made him a non-factor for 3/4 of that game.
He did a good job in the fourth.
And Darius had a lot to do with that as well. Sure. But it's just easy, especially without Darius out there, it's just easy for big teams to get the Cavs out of their rhythm if he's not playing well.
Yeah, last night my expectations is gone for this team. I think that the furthest they probably go is the Eastern Conference Finals. I just don't see it. This core 4 thing, it's ran its course. It was fun. It was cute while it lasted. You got to make some changes.
Damn.
It just ain't. It ain't.
Wow.
I'm sorry
Tyvis.
because I'm tired of sitting here every game we get into a big game. It has to be the Donovan show. Like that's the only reason this game was even close is because Donovan decided to go off in the fourth quarter after Mike sent that terrible text message last night. Like he lost his mind. The tweet. Excuse me.
I was 100% correct.
People killing you on Twitter for that?
No, because I said in the tweet there's still 19 minutes left, so this could change. But so far it's been the least impactful Donovan Mitchell game I've ever seen. And guess what Donovan said in the locker room afterwards? They took me completely out of the game in the first half, guys.
Mike was fine.
My analysis was right.
I just wanted to mess with him.
Yeah,
but anyways, it always turns into the Donovan show. Like every year, it's always we gonna get to the point. This is exactly what's gonna happen. We're gonna get to the playoffs. I don't care if everybody healthy or not. We're gonna get to the playoffs. We're gonna go up against some team that they ain't got no business losing to. They gonna go down. And everybody gonna look lost, and Donovan gonna say, "Give me the ball and get out the way." And it's just gonna be that. And what's gonna happen is he's gonna have to do that for 3 consecutive series, and he's gonna run out of gas. And we're gonna get to the conference final, and it's gonna be done. It's just what it is. It's gonna be the same story every year. I'm tired of seeing it, because Jared Allen gonna disappear. Evan Mobley gonna give you a couple of games out of the series, and Darius might be hurt. That's just what it is. I'm sorry. What? Because I'm up here telling the truth?
I don't think.
Am I wrong?
I think this is before you go, G. I think this is a momentous day in the history of the show.
Am I wrong?
It's the most negative I've ever heard.
We have finally turned Tyvis into a typical Clevelander. He is. You're not the most negative he's ever been.
You're not about to con me
into
thinking that this is about to be something bigger than what it is. They probably gonna get to the conference final, lose to somebody like the Knicks or something like that, and we should have. Nah, it's gonna be it's what it is.
He's finally
go ahead.
No, I don't.
Turned negative.
I don't disagree with what he's saying.
I don't disagree either.
But and I was talking to Fedor about this last night, and Chris made the point. He's right. Like outside of the Knicks, who else is there in the East? And my counter to that was, well, on November 19th, November 20th, nobody was talking about Indiana last year.
That's true.
So you just don't know how this is going to shake out.
Are we so convinced Detroit's a fraud?
I don't define fraud.
Like they couldn't beat the Cavs in the playoffs?
That wouldn't shock me.
I wouldn't put that past them.
Okay.
No.
The way Cleveland's playing right now, they're
And again,
It's a long way
Darius
to go,
is out.
but they're still
This
missing.
looks-
They're missing a lot of guys.
This
I don't
looks-
think
Then
it's fair
again,
to make
Darius
any
has hurt a lot.
judgment.
He is, and that's why they always run into problems because
Yep.
of exactly what Tyvis just said. Donovan is a 6-foot guard trying to carry an entire franchise through the playoffs, and
Yeah.
eventually there's a calf or there's something.
Yeah.
And then what do you do?
Yeah. G?
Lined up hairline Tyvis is different.
It is different. It's stunning right
It's
now. I
different,
love it.
bro.
Love to
Like,
see
I
it.
mean,
I'm sick of the same story.
Man,
Like,
boy.
right.
because and then they refuse to change it up. Like it's gonna be
DeMarco.
different. Like it's insanity. It's the definition of insanity. And I don't know why we keep sitting here acting like it's gonna be something different.
They done body swapped me and Tyvis. Shout out to G Bush over there. That your bro. Listen, you cooking. I ain't got no. What I'm gonna say? Like, look, bro. Like he must have got my cliff notes from 2 years ago and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna run these jewels right now." Yeah, guys. This is what happens. I told you about Oklahoma City Thunder. Not this iteration, but the iteration before that. Remember when Oklahoma City Thunder had, they had Durant, they had Westbrook, they had Serge Ibaka, they had Harden. They looked like, oh, these dudes about to be set up forever. And then they lost to the Heat, and they said, oh, we'll be back. We on the trajectory. And then Harden left. And then they had Durant and Westbrook, and then Durant, they went down 3-1. They went up 3-1 on the doggone Warriors, and then they lost that one, and then
That was it.
Harden was gone. And then they eventually gave all that money to Westbrook, and then he was gone. Then they found out Serge Ibaka was 36, not 18, like you said he was coming into the league. And then they was really done. The Cavs are a case study of what happens when you just good for who you are. They good for the era that we in. They're good for, a team that's going to win these games. But when you watch these other squads like the Rockets, you watch the leap Sengun done took. The leap don't necessarily have to just be just skill set. Look how big he is. Look how physically imposing he is. They got they got Adams down there. They got Sengun. Durant is still 7 foot.
Jabari Smith.
Jabari Smith he looked like he done grew 2-3 inches.
Amen Thompson.
He's a pain in the neck, that guy.
And then you could put one of them Thompson freak of natures on Donovan Mitchell, and he's running around jumping out the gym. Of course Donovan gonna be tired. Yeah. He's 6 foot. And you got Evan Mobley and you got Jared Allen down low, getting pushed around, moved out the way. Doris Burke said it best. Doris Burke said, listen, hey, who's their stopper defensively? Who's the guy right there being
talking about that?
Who's the enforcer? They was sauteing and sauntering down the lane, finishing all they want. They let another Holiday brother kill him. You can't let the unnamed Holiday. I said, is that Drew? Tasmanian Holiday can't kill you.
Damn.
Tasmanian Holiday. I said, who is this Holiday?
Yeah.
He finished you off. The thing is, Tyvis is correct.
Yeah.
This is the same old song and dance. Jared Allen, he can't be part of. I'm willing to play Naquan Tomlin.
Let me
play Tomlin.
But
That's a fact.
Everything you guys are saying is why I kept saying
That's
Mobley
right.
has to be the guy.
Right. All right. Couple of things. First of all, I want to say something positive. All right.
Yep.
You talk about buying stock. Mike, I'm buying stock in Craig Porter Jr. I love watching this
He's
guy
been
play.
awesome.
I thought he was fantastic.
He's nice.
In a sea of
He's
garbage,
nice.
I thought he played great yesterday. What do you have, like 10, 7, and 7 or something?
Yeah, he was great. Tommy
I
was
like
great off the
that.
bench.
He was taking the ball with a hoop, like going up against big guys, and he was playing with no fear. That was a positive. I think what really stood out to me, guys, and I wonder if you guys thought about this, the fact that Sengun, is that how you say his name, Sengun?
Sengun, correct.
The fact that he has become such a superstar really makes it stand out because he got drafted in the same draft as Mobley, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was the 16th pick, I believe.
Okay. Jason,
By the way, guess who drafted him? OKC.
Yeah.
Traded to Houston.
Wow. The fact, guys,
Who's drafted players there?
that Sengun
Sam Presti.
Emerson.
looks like such a superstar compared to Mobley, that really puts it in the forefront.
Sengun is like
He's a young
Jokic.
He's taken his game to that level that we hoped Mobley would, and he hasn't. Sengun has done it. All right, we have breaking news on the Browns, and then Zach Jackson's jumping in.
Yeah, we actually genuinely have some real breaking news here, guys.
Yeah, that's
it
a
doesn't
bogus
happen
thing about how
often.
much stuff was stolen from somebody's house or
No,
whatever.
it has nothing to do with that. Alex Wright, guys, has gotten an extension from the Cleveland Browns. It is a 3-year, $33 million extension.
Wow.
This is the exact tweet from Schefter. Browns and defensive end Alex Wright reaching an agreement today on a 3-year, $33 million extension that includes $21 million guaranteed per agents Drew Rosenhaus and Sean O'Dare. Another investment on the defensive side of the football. But what do you make of the Browns extending Alex Wright? It doesn't seem like that's a regime change coming kind of move.
Well, I don't know that we need to read into that, but I mean, it's not crazy money. It looks like it's probably guaranteed. The first 2 years are guaranteed, probably in the third year.
What does that mean for Isaiah McGuire? Where's he at?
McGuire's got 1 year left.
I don't
right?
think it means anything.
Does he have 1 year left?
They need depth. I don't know what his contract
I
is.
think wasn't.
It was the year
What,
after.
1 year? Okay.
He's
The
got
voice
1
of God from behind the
Yeah,
curtain said 1
Zach,
year
we'll bring
left.
Zach in for this conversation.
1 year left.
Alex Wright, I believe, was on the last year of his deal. I've always liked Alex Wright, as you guys know. His biggest issue has been injury.
I like him.
I think of all the young guys they've drafted in recent years, or at least, we'll see about Mason Graham, but of all the young defensive linemen they've drafted in recent years, I always thought Alex Wright had the most upside, so I really like what I've seen from him. But
I like him and McGuire.
I like it. Good move.
Okay.
It feels weird not to criticize the Browns for something. But.
He was one of the guys at the deadline that I was watching because I knew that they was going to have to make a decision. Either he's going to trade him or pay him. So when they didn't trade him, I kind of figured that they'd pay him. And he's been one of the most productive guys opposite of Miles that we've seen since Jadeveon Clowney, maybe?
Yeah. Anybody got to think it's a bad move?
No, of course not. It's I mean,
Who else they going to put?
just bring Zach in. Why
Yeah,
are
Zach,
we doing
let's
this?
just bring Zach in.
All right, let's do a read with Bring Zach in
Bring
here.
Zach in. They're very silly.
We're trying to keep it
I'm not going to
separate
yell
so we
across the room, Zach. What do you think about this?
Hey, what you think, dog? You good?
Zach is going to be brought to us today by Prize Picks. We all make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement of this sports season, whether you're following the NFL, NBA, or both. There's no better place to jump in on the action if you haven't tried it yet. Prize Picks is the simplest way to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and if you get them right, you win. It takes less than 60 seconds to make your lineup, and you can play anywhere Prize Picks operates. Download the Prize Picks app today and use promo code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first 5. Let's go LOCKEDONNFL for $50 in lineups after you play your first 5. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Speaking
Zach,
of right,
we're used to crapping on the Browns for almost everything they do, but this actually seems like a good move. You like it?
Yeah, I think it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, you pay for pass rushers.
Yeah.
You know who he is. He's been in your building. He's developed in your program.
Yeah.
And he's a good player. Now, they are so up against the cap.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I wanted to go with it.
So, you need guys because I think they only had like 35 guys under contract for next year. And a lot of that includes like the bottom of the roster guys.
Right.
So you commit to him. Now, is Isaiah McGuire going to be on the trade market now in the offseason? Maybe.
Yeah.
And then the question looms with the offensive line. The top 6 offensive linemen do not have a contract for next year. And the Browns have cap issues.
Right.
So, it was surprising because it happened at 11 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
With 6 weeks left in the season, right?
It is
But
strange
it's not
timing.
surprising to see Alex Wright in the plans. It's just, okay, this is a further bet on the defense. It's already good. And are they going to leave the defense out to dry for 2 more years while Alex Wright's still here? Yes, is the answer to that.
Probably yes. Probably yes.
They've never had depth, well, in any position they've never had depth, but particularly up front. I remember watching Ogunjobi and Miles play way too many snaps than what they should be a few years ago. So why can't you keep McGuire and just keep rotating these guys in?
Outside of number 95, what's the best thing going in this organization right now?
The defensive.
It's Jim Schwartz.
Oh, well,
It's Jim Schwartz is who have they brought in this off? Who have they committed to? Tyson Campbell, who's best in a Jim Schwartz scheme, and now Alex Wright, who obviously has come up under Jim Schwartz. Right?
Are the Browns aware that they're allowed to improve their offense?
Clearly, they are not.
It's really kind of when you put it those. Because I've screamed about it all offseason. They had the second pick. They traded down and they took defensive guys with their top 2 picks, knowing their offense was horrendous.
Right.
And now you mentioned Tyson Campbell locking up Alex Wright. It's like they are not even paying any attention whatsoever to the offensive side of it.
There are more layers to this whole thing because the salary cap and the roster are so weighted in that direction. There's just not guys under contract. And there's so few guys under contract of consequence that you look at it and you wonder where these salary adjustments are going to come. right?
Yeah.
So they're going to have to get rid of guys, or they're going to have 14 rookies again, which would give them a team next year that's half of rookies and second-year players, and that's almost certainly what it's going to be, barring like a complete shift.
But that's also, we haven't spent enough time talking about this, but they're carrying what, 14 rookies now? Like 6 undrafted?
13 now with the guy with Dom Jones going on IR.
Okay, so 13
rookies.
and what, 6 undrafted? Something like that?
7. There were 7 picks.
That's insane.
Yeah, right.
And there aren't many. I think the Browns, I almost said Cavs, the Browns and the Vikings, I think, were the 2 teams that carried the most rookies this year.
The Patriots have.
Well, they're going to have to do it again next year.
And that's what I'm saying. So
you're going to have probably over 20 players on this team next year that are either first or second year.
The Browns
players.
have 10 picks right now.
Yeah.
But they'll have at least 10 or 11 rookies on next year's
Right.
team, and maybe 13 or 14.
So that's almost half the roster.
Right, when you add it to this group.
Yeah, first or second year
player.
Yeah. So it's 13 rookies right now.
Yeah.
The kicker is not technically a rookie, but he's first year.
Right,
And you
right.
have a lot of younger guys playing.
Yeah. And they're going to have to, I mean, like, you can't have an entire offensive line of rookies, but you're going to have a few.
Yeah, and look, Alex Wright is probably the right move, right? But
Yeah.
now you look, okay, is Ronnie Hickman going to be here? Who is going to play offensive line? Njoku's probably not going to be here. Joel Bitonio's probably going to retire. But, there's no depth on this team, right? So you need these rookies to develop.
Right.
And we'll see. And I don't think the Alex Wright signing affects that. It's just notable that it's like, okay, this is who they're committed to, and it's again on defense.
Zach, me and Tyvis, we did a film breakdown, and again, Tyvis, I don't know, he shows so demonstrative lately. I like to see Tyvis. He says,
the hair.
We going over the film. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of this 12, 13 personnel stuff. Why we got a tight end out here split out wide? And I was like, Tyvis, you do know we ain't got nobody. Like, that's all we got.
Zach, it's ridiculous because the reason that you go into 12 personnel is to force that team to go to base. The other team doesn't go into base. So therefore, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Run the ball. No. We're going to take Harold and put him out at the X.
Getting locked
and
up.
run fades. With a corner on him. I'm like, what are we doing? That corner should cover him all day, every day. Like,
does.
this ain't nothing. It's mind blowing to me.
Where are we going to get? Where do they don't got nobody? Where are they finding offensive linemen and receivers?
Right.
Like, where are they going to find them?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because they don't exist, right? Like, you look around this league, like, there's not enough quarterbacks and there's not enough offensive linemen. That's suddenly not going to change with one draft.
I mean, they traded for Cam Robinson. He can't put his feet in the right spot
At all.
He gets flagged every single game.
Well, there's a
for
reason he
illegal
signed an
formation.
$11 million deal and then got traded 4 months later, because he got beat out by a rookie, and the Texans are a bad offensive line.
I mean, somebody check his shoe size. How do you line up? Like, you go back and look. I'm exaggerating, but not by much. How many times has he been flagged for illegal formation this year for not being able to put his feet in the right spot?
Are we going to be without both tackles in this upcoming year?
They practiced yesterday on a limited basis, so I think that's probably something we'll know more about tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, when you first hear that and you see that and you finish the game, Jenkins is a guard and he's out there playing right tackle to finish the game. Like, that's difficult. So, Cornelius Lucas, who they brought in to be the backup tackle, he doesn't dress most games.
Right.
His cap number next year is almost $4 million.
Yeah.
Who's doing
Like, they've just made bad investments. The only lineman they've drafted in 2 years, we talk about it every week, is Zach Zinter. He doesn't dress on Sundays.
Right. And you know how bad you have to be not dressing?
And so when I talk about the top 6 offensive linemen all being free agents, that doesn't include the guy they drafted in the 3rd round last year. He's not in the top 6. He's not in the top 8. He doesn't draft. He doesn't dress.
Are you saying that the Browns are just giving money away?
Yes, they are.
Well, good. Put the camera on me, Steve. This is the perfect time to talk about this, because there's this kid that's on the Browns radio network that does pregame and postgame shows. Since we just giving money away, you want to throw me a couple extra dollars, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually putting in the work to try to give the people the things they need to hear and try to teach them the game.
Browns can't even do direct deposit. They're going to pay you more money?
As much as I appreciate that, you might be playing punt coverage by week 15. So that's probably where your raise is coming.
Would you be shocked? Let's say the Browns have a top 5 pick. How shocked would you be if they announced that pick as Caleb Downs?
Well, shocked in the Browns, we separated those terms long ago.
Nothing they can do.
I would be shocked. But look, if they end up in the top 2, they have to take a quarterback. If they end up 3, 4, 5, 6, almost any positions. No, it has to be offense, probably. Yeah. But, like, there's a million different ways you can go.
They're going to take a defensive player. They just did it last year. They love to do the same thing twice.
They have to get wide receiver and they have to get offensive tackle. They have to.
We have gone 10 minutes and have not talked about Shedeur Sanders, so let's get to it. He is. What did you think of the first performance, and what are you expecting for this week?
I was largely unsurprised,
Yeah.
right, given the lack of preparation and just the fact that they told us that he wasn't ready in so many different ways.
Right.
Here's the other thing. Kevin, in retrospect, should have come out a long time ago and said, this is a redshirt year. We like this kid. He's not ready. Now, it wouldn't have mattered if he said that because they pushed him up to number 2 by the 7th of October anyway. Right? But he should have said that. So now he goes and plays. I think he will be better. I think in some ways he can't help but be better. There's no middle ground on this Shedeur discussion.
That's right,
right?
sadly.
So if you take that out, if you had to choose this week, what do you think? Total failure or great success? I mean, nothing you've seen says success.
Yeah, no.
But I do think he'll be better, and I think I'm excited to see what happens. And to go to the middle ground discussion for one, like, it's important that he's at least that because there aren't enough quarterbacks to go around.
Right.
The Steelers have to start Mason Rudolph this week. They're the only team in the division that hasn't played 3. So, like, you need Shedeur Sanders to be an NFL quarterback, even if he's not this mega star. Like, you need him to go out there and read defenses and not throw pick sixes and do all those things. Like I said, I think he will be better, but this is important for the future of this franchise that he's at least a competent NFL player because regardless of who wanted to make the investment, they've made the investment, and we didn't even get to Thanksgiving, and here he is playing.
I mean, in this game, if he went 11 for 17 for 182 yards and a touchdown, I'd be
That's
like,
a
okay.
win.
That's a
win.
Oh,
yeah.
That's wrist up moments right there.
Like,
Shoot those
anybody
fireworks
expecting
off.
him to throw for 300 yards with 3 touchdowns, like, I'll be realistic here.
I don't think nobody said 300, and I'm the Kool-Aid Mafia drinker, bro.
We
Like,
don't
what
have
you
the
talking about?
weapons for 300 yards.
Zach, I will say, you're right. I will say, and maybe, again, I'm crazy. I feel like kind of neutral on Shedeur. I want to see, right? But I will say that when he came on that final drive of the game, I felt a little more confident in him. Like, I thought there was a chance that they could score there. Whereas with Gabriel playing, I thought there was no chance.
You're right.
Is that crazy? No.
You are right.
Okay.
Now, I'll say this. The one thing this group has succeeded in 6 years is completely lowering the bar.
That's couldn't be more true. Yeah.
So when a guy comes in and doesn't throw every pass for 4 yards, you're like, there's a chance that this might go to the inside.
You're right.
There's no other way to say it.
We was like, oh, listen.
He's throwing the ball down. At least he threw it downfield a little bit.
Right. Like when it turned out to be a big thing that I never envisioned. But when I saw him at rookie minicamp just look like an NFL quarterback, just pick up the ball and spin it like an NFL quarterback, it was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What happens here?
He definitely looks like more of an NFL quarterback than Dylan Gabriel, without a doubt.
Right.
Let me ask you
lowest
this.
bar ever.
Let's say that this turns out to a total failure, right? Would you be okay with seeing Deshaun in the last game of the season?
I mean, I would for the comedic value. But
Good point.
I don't think they will because then
Zach slows down at car crashes. He's a rubbernecker.
they're facing their own embarrassment.
Yeah.
And they put a guy out there to get booed in his own stadium last week. Imagine what it will be like in week 16 or 17 if Deshaun Watson takes the field. He won't be able to get the play in because the boos from the 13,000 people that are there.
They won't be able to introduce the offense. I can tell you that.
It won't be because it'll be all Steelers fans, all Bills fans in those games.
Well, the last week of the season against the Bengals, too, that would be funny because the Bengals have the worst defense, and he might actually play well.
That's a road game.
Hey, I joked yesterday that they should flex Titans-Browns, but like if Shedeur's playing, one of those last games could
I was just about I was about to ask you this.
It's true.
If he plays, so here the big thing about it is we talked about it like, okay, we've had big, stories, right? The closest thing, I think Albert Breer talked about it being like Tim Tebow thing on steroids. And I don't know if some of our audience realizes what Tim Tebow was back then. Like, if that is that on steroids. Say he does play pretty well this game. How much of a crescendo does it get week by week as he keeps playing? Is that a thing that is going to exponentially grow?
It will crash if he doesn't play well. But if he plays well, it will grow. There's no doubt about it. And Tebow's I worked for Fox when Tebow was a rookie. I got assigned to a preseason game, Jets-Bengals.
Yeah.
NFL Network had a TV camera that just never left the Jets sideline. It was on He didn't get in until mid-third quarter. But starting 15 minutes before kick until he went in, it was just on him on the sideline. It's similar. It is.
Yeah,
How many years ago was that? More than 10 now, right?
15.
Yeah. That was a long, long time ago. But if Shedeur plays poorly, it will crash out and Dylan Gabriel will be back in. But if Shedeur plays well, it will build.
And he will stay quarterback.
You think he'll stay quarterback?
I'm not going to speak for this organization.
But that's like plays well. What does that look like?
184 yards.
I would say this,
touchdown,
Jason.
no
That's a
turnover.
great question. What does it look like? But the two defenses you want to play are the next two on the schedule.
Absolutely.
The Niners are ravaged by injury.
Right.
And then you got the Titans after that.
And so
this
the runway's there for Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, 100%.
And to make your first start, get a full week of practice to be playing the Raiders, you could not have asked any better.
Now, we said 11-17, 180 to touchdown. If they lose the game and Dylan's cleared, Dylan's going back in, if those are his numbers.
That's right.
That
is exactly right.
He's going to have to go 250, 270.
Why get Dylan back in there? I just don't get it. They think he's
The head
better?
coach wouldn't
I
say his
guess.
name until 4 days ago.
I be telling people.
I understand if he's
right.
We're just reading the context.
Right.
Garrett. We don't make the decisions, but we're reading
Right.
the context. He would not say his name until 4 days ago.
So strange.
This is one that I told people, man. Look, in life, man, you get an opportunity. If you gotta overkill it, like it ain't no like, oh, let's like if it's even, you leaving. Like Tyvis say, hey, you gotta get you. Right. He has to come in here and show what you can do today. Like some people don't get no 3, 4, 5 opportunities. He got to come in here, win the football game, look like the dude. And I think if you listen to his press conference, I think he knows that because he talked about like the maturity and the speed has to ramp up to get it now. Yeah. I think he even knows that.
I think when you go back to the beginning of the season, you looked at it, and I thought Joe Flacco made sense for this reason. He throws 2 touchdowns, he throws 2 interceptions. You got a chance, you let your defense win it. Like if Shedeur does that, and they're not both pick sixes, then like that'd be fine, right? And then who knows if Dylan's cleared, they probably do go back to Dylan. But like that would give this team a chance to win this game.
Is that where you are on your bar? You really lowered it to that?
I could not be any lower. I've watched every game, Tyvis. I've been at every game for years. Every training camp practice for years. In different area codes, different states, different circumstances.
This is sad. When you watch Shedeur and that half that he played, what did you think his biggest flaw that he has to clean up for this game was?
The tucking the ball and thinking he's going to get away from the defense. He's got to take the sack right now or put it in the third row right now. When he runs around and turns his back, he'll be out of the league. If he continues to do that, he will be out of the league. He did it in the preseason game. He did it in a regular season game. So I would imagine the script is going to be get it out quickly, get some simple ones, get him in. And then when they bring the blitzes, when he is in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10 later in the game, he's got to throw it in the third row rather than run around and take a 17-yard loss. And there's going to be mistakes. So it's not only just let it be a downfield pick and not a pick six, but it's how does he respond after after he throws that pick. I haven't seen the line. I would imagine he's like minus 500 to throw an interception.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. I mean, the Browns are a 4-point dog. I know they're on the road, but the Raiders, just as bad, if not worse than them.
Both teams are 2-8.
Yeah, they're both horrible.
Right.
Jerry Jeudy's press conference yesterday. Do you know what's going on with him?
No idea. They pay him a lot of money to catch the ball, and he doesn't do it.
Yeah. I actually think the last 2 weeks have been his best weeks this year.
They have.
Which does, again, the bar is low.
Yeah.
And he made that great play where he broke the 3 tackles on that final drive, but he was miserable.
He's got ability, but it's been a miserable season.
I thought Scott Petrak was going to crap himself when he asked that last question.
Yeah.
He was so nervous asking
We're
the question.
We're at 51 weeks since that huge game, right, in Denver,
Yeah.
and then we haven't seen anything since.
Dang, that's a long time ago.
It was Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
I get this every day.
It's been a while.
A lot of money to catch
Hey, listen.
the ball.
Well, you know, I look at it like this. If I'm Shedeur Sanders, Don King did say something. He was like, there was the 3rd down play. I think the key to what he needs to do is understand what do I need to do to extend the play and not run around. I'm saying extend the drive, so to speak.
Yeah.
There was a play where Jerry Jeudy was on the out route. We looked at it in the film. Now I can't be bad. He dropped it down the gauge,
right?
But that's part of the game as well. Is thinking 4, 5, 6, 7 steps ahead, not just in the moment. Do you think that he'll do that this week, or is that something that they're telling him? Tommy Rees is letting him know, hey, this is what we want you to do, and just live to fight another day.
I think that's probably the gist of what they're preaching to him, and I think it will be that. Now it's when you get in 3rd and 8 and you know the blitz is coming, what happens? But I think it's going to be a lot of rollout, a lot of get rid of it quick, and that's going to be the teaching point. Just throw it in the 3rd row and punt. Right, like both teams want to. That Raiders offensive line is awful.
Yeah,
it is awful. Now the Browns actually have a worse pressure rate allowed than the Raiders, but like when you just watched them last week under constant duress, Smith's throwing it over the middle. Can't do that. That's where it gets picked. Get rid of it.
Could we see Myles Garrett at 20 sacks by the end of this game? It's possible.
It's
right?
absurd to say, but it's realistic.
I mean, it's that crazy.
I mean, 10 in 3 games.
And
they've lost all 3.
Well, let me ask you this.
Like when Richard Dent did it in 1984, that was the greatest defense. 40 years later, we talk about that being the greatest defense ever constructed. Myles Garrett's out here on a 2-win team, having 10 sacks in 3 weeks.
Speaking of which, by the way, there's a documentary coming out next week about the Super Bowl Shuffle. Remember the Super Bowl Shuffle?
Yeah.
You're old enough for that. You probably don't remember that, Tyvis. You're too young. But yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's funny because Dustin and I were just talking this morning about that. Remember that stretch by Josh Gordon in 2014? 13, where he had those 4 games in a row where he had like 800 yards.
Yeah.
They lost all those games too. The Browns like do these historic things.
Right.
It's crazy. But let me ask you this. This is really an impossible question, but I'm curious. You've covered the Browns forever. I know it's hard to judge different positions against each other. Is Myles Garrett playing at a higher level than any Browns player you've ever seen?
Yes. I mean, when Joe Thomas was a no doubt Hall of Famer by the 5th year of his career, but he was a left tackle that was always on losing teams. Right? You weren't judging that.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb has had a few years that were phenomenal.
Right.
They've coincided with Myles, and Myles is still going. Myles is better than ever.
Yeah.
So it's absurd. They're going to have the Defensive Player of the Year and the Defensive Rookie of the Year. That is up
On
there
a
with
3 or 4.
Gordon got suspended.
Yeah.
Played on a 4-win team and won the receiving title.
You know how you just said that this next stretch is the worst defenses? So you telling me 8-9 is still possible?
Yes, you've believed it since day one. You were there first, Tyvis.
We got to go 6-1.
Shedeur make us go 6-1. It's done. I shut it down.
I said before, my favorite part of home games is I was looking for you in the press box at halftime.
I wasn't there.
Well, that's why I couldn't find it. My favorite part is finding Tyvis at halftime and early in the season. The look on his face is like, they ain't going to win 8 games, are they? It's like, I try to tell you, buddy, this is not an 8-win team.
Well, those days are over. He's now negative Tyvis, which we like.
Nah, I'm a realistic Tyvis.
Realistic Tyvis.
They've lost 14 of their last 16 games going into Sunday.
Yeah.
I got to see how this Sunday go. Who the lead receiver? Gage?
I think Cedric Tillman will be the leading receiver.
Zach, are you going on record and saying that the Browns will win or lose?
If I had to pick one, I would very easily pick loss. But I do think it will look better. And I do think that there's a chance that the Browns defense goes out and completely dominates and puts Shedeur in a position to where you just make 2 plays and avoid the backbreaker, and we got a chance to win this game. The Raiders are awful.
Why would the Browns lose to them?
The Browns are awful. Have you seen the first 10 games?
The Raiders are favored. That's how.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. How?
When you pull up the offensive numbers, the Browns are at the very bottom 2 in every single one.
Where's the Raiders?
They're about 3 spots above.
Yeah. I mean, they got Bowers.
They got Brock Bowers.
That's it. Genty is terrible this year.
Get him going.
It's not his fault.
No, it's not. But his line is terrible.
Yeah.
They got Trey Tucker, Northeast Ohio kid. Who's
He's had a good
career
season
for himself.
them.
Yeah.
But they traded Jacoby Myers, so he's gone. Yeah, they don't. I mean,
they feed Brock Bowers.
It's Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
that's it.
They go 2 and 3 tight end sets, right? And they feed Brock Bowers. Yeah.
So who will have more sacks, Max Crosby or Myles Garrett?
Oh, I mean, both of them are like the total's like 3.5. It's like absurd.
I mean, Myles Garrett might break the sack record at the end of this 3-game stretch. I don't think that's impossible.
Right, like I said, it should happen against Mason Rudolph. And
that would be.
But it's going to happen way before that.
Yeah.
Like he's going to crush the sack record.
Right, he's on pace for 25 and a half.
That's crazy. He just has to stay healthy.
If he stays healthy, I mean, that's been the thing. That's the final hurdle for him. He's never had a big December.
That's right.
Myles needs strip sacks.
I've never had a 2-8 teams play where I am more excited to watch this game. I don't know. Like maybe it's because Myles Garrett is he could get 30 sacks.
That ain't why.
Shedeur.
That's why.
Shedeur.
No. Shedeur. Stop. Slow down. You know good and well where I was going with it. Let me get to it.
I'm sorry.
Let me get to it. I got the big watch. I got the big watch on.
Are you excited about Geno Smith?
No, big watch, big chain on today.
Geno might get benched at halftime.
And I love the fact that he said, and by the way, nobody got me for my jewelry. I still got my jewelry. That was hilarious, by the way. No, but have you seen a 2-8 teams
he look at
where people media. I think the work at 4:30, LeBron gonna be watching, Skip Bayless gonna be watching, Stephen A gonna be watching, Joe Varden gonna be watching. Everybody,
Joe Varden.
Everybody,
it's a big company.
Even if you cover Shams is gonna be watching. It don't even matter if you cover on hoops.
Let me tell you, Well, I don't have to travel. This team is so awful. I don't go on the road. I got the call Tuesday afternoon. You're going to Vegas.
hey, big dog, get your bags packed ready.
So
let's go.
You going?
He's in the building.
Don't let him pretend like he doesn't want to go.
Hey, don't act like him.
This is how much I don't want to go. I am flying direct Sunday morning, nonstop, landing, going to the stadium, writing a story, going to the airport, and flying home.
Really?
I'm not even getting a room
We're
in
getting
Vegas.
cocaine
Formula
and
One
coffee
weekend in
Jason on
Vegas, so
Monday morning.
logistically it's a nightmare.
Yeah, Mike said coffee and cocaine. Lloyd will be rolling in
Hey.
Monday because I'm on the show Monday. I'm taking a red eye home Sunday
listen,
night and coming right to the studio.
I'm trying to get him to wear a watch. He said he will not wear a watch and throw it up unless he throw for 500 yards.
I don't even own a watch.
517.
517.
I think if he throw for 300, Jason.
I'll go wrist up for 300.
For
300.
I was actually going to stay in Vegas an extra day and watch some college basketball. There's a big tournament out there that starts Monday, but it's Shedeur Mania. I got to get home. So I'm not coming home Sunday night. At least not yet. I might change to it because, who knows? My story that I wrote today is that, hey, the Browns are 2-8 and they're bad, but Shedeur's in and Miles is chasing history. They're not boring.
That's it. We got two exciting storylines on this awful team.
We here?
Will
ready?
he get more sacks than Max Crosby? That's a great question.
It's a great question.
Our line is trash. We can't pick up a twist to save our life. It's sick. Oh, Kyle Hamilton and that D line had a field day running twist on that. It was sick.
Yeah.
The Raiders have anybody any good besides Crosby on their defensive line?
They gave Christian Wilkins all that money and cut him. They gave him $99 million guaranteed and then cut
Where
him.
is he at now?
Nowhere. He did that.
signed.
He did some tricky stuff.
By the way, let me throw something at all of you guys because I've had a change of heart on this situation. We have talked about, and I know Jason and I were in agreement on this, that it probably made sense before the season to trade Myles Garrett. And the theory is, well, by the time the Browns are good, if they're ever good, he's going to be past his prime. But I was thinking about this in the last couple of weeks as we've been looking at the sack record. The two best defensive ends I've ever seen, pass rushing defensive ends, are Reggie White and Bruce Smith, for me, okay? They both played at a high level till their mid-30s. In fact, Bruce Smith, or one of them was still a Pro Bowler at 37 years old, and Bruce Smith had 6 sacks at age 40. Myles Garrett is more of a freak athlete than either of those guys. Barring catastrophic injury, there's no reason he couldn't play at a high level till at least 35. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
True.
I mean, that's what they're banking on. They extended him through
So you
2030.
have faith in the Browns putting a contender around him in the next 8 years? 6 years. How old is he? 30?
He turns 30 next month.
All I'm saying is, I think in my mind I was thinking, well, it's just another year or two.
Yeah.
They can't turn around a year or two. Again, whether it's Shedeur Sanders ends up being the guy or they find him in next year's draft or the year after that, it is still possible that when he's 32, 33, they find that quarterback, and now Miles is winning games.
How old is he when they open the dome?
Oh, he turns 30 next month.
That's
so
all they
4
care
years.
about.
Yeah.
That's all they care about.
Maybe 34. Anybody going to bet against Myles Garrett still being at very least one of the best pass rushers at 34? I wouldn't bet against him.
He'll still be very, very
Exactly. So I'm going to try to stay a little positive.
Hey, listen. Hey, we gonna find out, man. Myles Garrett will be super excited if we can get the quarterback.
And you know what? Miles might push. He might get near 30 sacks this year, right? And it might push to where he's has a realistic chance to break every record.
I'll retire.
Well, the all-time sack. Obviously, sacks weren't an official stat since '82, because there were guys before that might have. But officially, Bruce Smith's 200 sacks is the most. Do you think? I mean, he needs 82 and a half to get there.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something that would motivate him to play longer?
Sure, especially if he gets 10, 12 more this year.
Yeah.
Right.
It's November and he cooking like that.
Right. 7 games left. And
We
he's
always
on
it's the December Miles that we got to show up.
This is the only thing he has to play for. This is it.
Okay.
Right. He's got his money. He's
But
made his
hopefully the team
commitment
will
here.
catch up by the time.
No, I mean this year.
Yeah,
this
sure,
year,
of course.
The only thing he has to play for is sacks. That's it.
I'm glad you brought up the name Bruce Smith. I got a great story.
Yeah.
I forget when he retired. Let's say
2004, I believe.
Okay, let's say it was 04.
Yeah.
As soon as he retired, when somebody went up to him and said, "Can I have your autograph?" he would sign it Bruce Smith, HOF, class of 09. He was 5 years away, and that's what he was signing his autograph.
That's awesome.
If you're the all-time sack leader,
I think you get away with that. That is a great story.
I got to interview Bruce. Have you guys ever seen his hand?
Yes.
The pinky on his hand.
Yeah.
Zach, I'll let you describe it because
Like his hands are like I mean the biggest hands you've. Like I have a big hand. It is double the size of mine.
Oh my God.
but his pinky is at a 90-degree angle. It goes.
Oh, it's like this?
Yes.
What rapper had a song, Please Excuse My Hands? Was that Plies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where you're going. I don't know what the hell happened there.
I got a buddy who got a pink.
Paul and I looked at each other like, what are we supposed to do with this?
Like, what am I to do with that?
All right,
Somebody
Jack.
gonna say, who? What? Another plausible reason. Let's go, man.
All right,
Zach,
thank you
One Line
for joining
King
us.
comes back
We
with
appreciate it.
75 one-liners. Rewind that, hit the like
Will
button.
you do any gambling in Vegas?
No, I'll just be watching some football.
They paid Jerry Jeudy
Stay
all
away
that
from
money to catch the ball, and he doesn't do that. It's so messed up.
It's factual.
It's messed up.
It is. Thank you, Zach. We
Appreciate you.
That is the great Zach Jackson. We appreciate you, Zach. We're going to get Zach out of here. Play No Fence Riders. A reminder, though, after the conclusion of Shedeur Sanders' first start, there will be a live post-game show on the YouTube channel. We start at the 2-minute warning every week. It's G, Earl, and myself. We will be breaking down everything we see from the Browns' rookie quarterback and anything else we see in the game. If Miles has 10 sacks, we'll talk about that. If Jeudy has a big game, we'll talk about that. We'll focus a lot on the quarterback, and we expect record-breaking numbers and quite a number of super chats. We'll read them all. That is on the 2-minute warning show starting at the 2-minute warning Sunday around 7:05 p.m.
Crazy.
All right, guys, let's play No Fence Riders. In the
Yep.
history of No Fence Riders, we have never had a six-pack of questions that delivered more than 4 dead-even splits.
The fact you know that is creepy.
Well, I've been trying to get a 6-for-6er.
Oh, okay.
We have not gone 6. We went 5 for 6 today.
Well, feel free to manipulate my answers as needed.
If it was if this last question was 5-3 and you were the decipher, I would have swapped you. But this was one that was not a 4-4 split. But most of these were. So let's dive into it. The first is the same question we've been asking on Fence Riders each of the last 6 weeks. We'll insert quarterback here, throw for a certain number of yards. We started Dylan at 200, so we're going to start Shedeur at that same plateau. I felt it would be disrespectful to put Shedeur at the lowest level of Dylan Gabriel's 165 projection, which he did not hit last week. So the number's 200. Will Shedeur throw for 200 this week? 4 of you guys said yes. 4 of you guys said no. The 4 yeses saying 200 plus are bold Jay, G, and me. Wow. Earl, Angry Jason, Dustin, and Tyvis said it will go below that 200.
This is a very interesting mix.
Do you know what the line is in Vegas for his yards?
Probably 160.
I can tell you right now.
It's like below that.
Really?
It's like 157 and a half or something like that, I think. 158 and a half. Something around
Yeah,
there.
I mean, listen, the odds are it's going to be under 200. I just got a hunch. Not that he's going to throw for 1,000,000 yards, but I got a hunch it's going to be in the low 200s.
Like, this is not a high bar.
No.
Like, one play will get you 60 if you get, one block and you can get 60 on a play.
Right. He could and you could throw a screen pass and the guy
That's
could
what I'm
bust it.
saying.
Right, yeah.
Like Tyvis said this. Like he said this way back when we was doing film review against the Pittsburgh Steelers. He said, listen, there's going to be 2 or 3 plays where Shedeur will throw this football downfield.
It's a fact.
And like he's going to find them and throw them. So that alone, based on the depth of target, gives you an opportunity to have. Now I ain't gonna say it's gonna be 297.
Yeah.
I mean, but come on, 212, 207.
I probably would have sided on yes had I not seen the Vegas line. I was like,
That's far
It's
away.
158.5 on Vegas.
By the way,
158.5.
I just think they're gonna run the
I
ball
got to
a
say
lot.
that in our
I think they
fantasy
go-
league,
Yes.
where you start 2 quarterbacks and quarterbacks are hard to come by, nobody has picked up Shedeur Sanders, including G. Bush.
I mean, why would you feel like
We in the middle of all this.
I watch film every week of these receivers and offensive line. I ain't stupid.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to run for a ton of yards.
But I did take him in one of my other fantasy
All right.
leagues.
Okay. Number 2, Mike.
Number 2.
He is picked up.
Oh, somebody must have picked him up today then.
I just tried picking him up.
Anthony, isn't it?
And picked him up.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you pick him up this morning, Mike? Anthony?
I claimed my waiver last night. I needed something. Tua was on a bye, and
There was no waivers last night. There was waivers Tuesday.
Hey, put the mic on, put the camera on, and put that wrist up, Ant. Stop.
All right.
I was-
Let him know, Ant.
Shedeur, I'm praying.
There it is. Let's go.
I was legit going to pick him up right
Is
now.
Mason Rudolph still
Look, you
available?
already made me trade you for Tua. Give me something.
Let's go.
All right, what's the next one, Mike?
The next one, he did it last week. Can he do it again? Will Myles Garrett have more sacks than total touchdowns
This is crazy.
in this game.
I can't remember what I
So, before I give you the answer,
Or wait. Sorry.
I need to set this up.
I don't remember what I said.
Earl and myself go over the no fence rider questions up in the office before we send them out. And I was like, guys, this is crazy. What do you think? And they gave me their answer. We got in a heated debate over this yesterday upstairs, and I said, this is going to make a perfect fence rider question. And lo and behold, it came out to a dead even split. The people who think Miles will have more sacks than total touchdowns between both teams, ironically, 3 of the 4 are not sitting on this panel. Only one of the 4 yeses is sitting on this panel. That is Tyvis Powell.
Oh, I did say yes. I don't remember.
Bull, G, and myself said there will be more touchdowns than Miles has sacks. Tyvis, Dustin, Jay, Earl, and Anthony, for what it's worth, said yes, Miles has more sacks than touchdowns.
I mean, as great as he's been, and he's had these 2 massive sack games, and he's Myles Garrett's a freak. He could have another huge sack game.
No,
but the reality is, a guy getting more than 3 sacks in a game almost never happens. Now, he might get 3, and there might only be 2 touchdowns.
Well,
I guess that's possible.
So this is where I was at on this,
Yeah.
because I thought 3 too. I said, can he get 3 sacks?
Yeah.
And then I said, he could get 3.5.
That's true.
That's a yes.
True.
I got 4 touchdowns, 2 sacks.
See, I
in the
thought
game.
3 touchdowns, and I didn't think he would get over 3 sacks.
Yeah.
That's
3.5.
I got him 2 sacks.
I mean,
The fact that we can legitimately argue this
Yes.
is effing absurd.
he's the only player in the league that you could have this conversation.
No, it's absurd for not just because of Myles Garrett. It's also absurd because both these teams are so bad.
It doesn't matter how bad the teams are. No player should be able to out-sack touchdowns in a game.
But Jason, if we were talking about 2 good teams, this wouldn't get brought up no matter how good Myles Garrett is.
Who all said yes to this?
The yeses to this one were you. Tyvis, Earl, Jay, and Dustin.
Here's why this is
you like the company you keep?
I like that. Shout out to Earl.
Here's why this was a relatively easy question. I just saw the Cleveland Browns defense, what they did against the Baltimore Ravens. They got a pick 6. They turned the ball over on Shedeur Sanders. He threw an interception. They came right back with Carson Wentz and got that boy right back. They actually gave the ball to Dylan Gabriel inside the 10-yard line or 20-yard line, and they still didn't score. So the thing is, if you want a game where you probably can score some points and you don't really need to be having like a high level of offensive capability, go ahead and play Geno Smith, who tied for first in the league with how many picks? He got 13 interceptions. The secondary is playing well. The defense is playing well. You might get an opportunity to get the ball or have a defensive touchdown. So I got 4 or 5 touchdowns in this game. I think the Browns will score 3, and I think the Ravens will score 2.
All right, next.
We've asked this about Dylan Gabriel. We asked this about Joe Flacco. We have to ask it about Shedeur Sanders. Will he play a turnover-free game against Las Vegas? Another dead even split, guys. Earl, Tyvis, G, and Dustin said yes. Wow. No turnovers against Las Vegas. Jason, Bull, Jay, and myself said he'll have at least 1. G, confidence in the no turnovers.
I'm confident in the game plan.
That's what I was gonna say.
The game plan. If you want to watch,
your confidence in the Kevin Stefanski game plan.
No, I'm confident.
Tommy Rees's game plan.
Tommy Rees's game plan.
But here's what I'm gonna say. Like that game plan that you saw against the Miami Dolphins. Like you may see wildcat, you may see rollout, you're gonna see a lot of run plays, you're gonna see screen passes.
I'm not anticipating that he's throwing it 35 times.
Right, but I mean, rookies make mistakes.
I get that.
I mean,
it's his first start in the NFL.
I think he either not gonna throw it and take the sack, or he gonna throw a completion.
To me,
he will have that moment where somebody gonna drop one.
Here's why I think he's gonna throw a pick because, and I don't have a problem with this. I think Shedeur is more aggressive than Dylan Gabriel, which I like. Mm-hmm. He's less afraid to throw the ball downfield. And yeah, there'll be times where he'll be like, I got to be smart, but then there's going to be times he's like, I got to make a play.
Bleep it.
And at least one of those,
they're going to drop. That's the one they're going to drop.
All right.
Would I be surprised if he threw a pick? No.
How could you be? Yeah.
No. But
actually, rookies turn the ball over.
This is the only answer that I actually wrote my answers down, and before I hit send, I flipped it.
Oh, I changed mine 3 times.
It's the only one I flipped.
Because here's the thing. I was like,
I still listen.
I can see it. Tip passes, throwing. And the reason I did was when we was doing a film review, and the Ravens, their secondary was baiting. They was baiting cats up, and there was times where you would think they was in cover 3. They're like, no, I'm in man coverage, and I'm sitting on all these underneath routes. And there were times where if he would have thrown just blindly, like, yeah, I think this is open, them is picks. So I guarantee the Raiders is going to come out and have the same game plan.
Yeah, a lot of people spent a lot of time this week talking about he's got a full week to prepare, and that's true, and that's great. But the Raiders also have a week to look at what the Ravens did, they have a week to scheme against him. So I think they're going to dial up pressure and probably – I don't think it's going to be like a 4-turnover game or anything like that, but I think he'll probably throw a pick.
Yeah, just like we talked a lot about, hey, this is the first time he's preparing to be the starter. As you said, Jason, it's the first time a team's preparing to play against him.
And they've got tape on him. A little bit.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah,
tape.
a little bit. All right, Mike, next.
Next one. The Browns have scored more than 20 points just once this season. Will this be the second time they do it against the Raiders?
Oh, no.
24th ranked defense. Another dead even split, guys.
Wow.
Bull JG
Y'all
and
sick.
myself said it's going to happen.
Y'all sick.
Tyvis, Earl, Jason, and Dustin not buying it.
Again, doesn't have too much to do with the offense. I'm going with the defense. Myles Garrett strip sacks. They got picks. The defense is legitimately
You got to say
playing.
stuff like that, you know they not getting 20 points.
Look, bro, how many points they get last week and the defense gave them how many points?
16.
If Miles picks up Geno Smith and carries him into the end zone, is that 2 or 6?
2.
Well, all right, then take the ball away and go in.
Yeah, all right, you a strip sack, right? You know what I'm saying? I got him with like 22 points.
Yeah, right.
22.
17.
Here's the thing, guys. Quinshon Judkins got a big game this week because Shedeur is going to throw the ball down the field a little bit. The Raiders' defense stinks, and I think it'll open up a little bit for Quinshon. And as we've seen with Quinshon, he doesn't need that much.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a little help.
You got him on your fantasy team, don't you?
I do.
I know.
But I'm in
that's why
5
you-
fantasy leagues.
I know that's why
I
you
got
say
almost
it.
every player.
Can I give you a really bad prediction?
Go ahead.
Please.
I think Jerome Ford's going to play more than you think for pass
That's
protection.
unacceptable.
Oh, no. Not after the film I just watched last week.
Oh,
Quinshon was just as bad.
Jerome
Or
Ford.
worse. I think they trust Ford more in
Get him
blitz
out.
pickup. I think they trust Ford more in blitz pickup than they do
Can't be after
Quinshon.
what I just seen.
I know he wasn't good either. I know.
I just think they're going to be able to run the ball more effectively on early downs against the Raiders, and that will keep them out of some of those 3rd and long situations where you might put in a Jerome Ford.
Yeah.
And I just think Judkins is going to have a 100-yard game and 2 touchdowns in this one. I think he's got a big game.
If he puts you like this,
Yeah.
if he have a 100-yard game and 2 touchdowns, the Browns won.
That's not true.
Well,
they
probably win.
They
Yes.
win.
Probably, yes.
That's not true. Minnesota, I think he had that.
They didn't play Minnesota.
Yeah, they did.
The Vikings,
London. London, you're right.
That was
I'm
like
sorry.
the perfect
Did
game.
Judkins have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns? Mike?
He had something
I'm
like
looking
that.
it up right now.
Quinshon Judkins
Judkins had 110,
and
no touchdowns.
no touchdowns.
He had the
Come
100
on.
yards.
All right, next, Mike.
I forgot about London.
Next
long time
one.
That was a very long time ago.
The only one that wasn't a dead even split. Has to do with Quinshon Judkins.
By the way, you
Will-
can just say an even split. You don't have to say a dead even split.
No, I don't like a live even. I like dead even. Will Quinshon Judkins have more rushing yards than Brock
This was
Bowers
a tough one.
has receiving yards?
Yeah, it
I
was.
thought this was the toughest one, and ironically, it was not
Yeah.
the only split. Earl, Jason, Tyvis, Jay,
Anytime
G,
Jason, I feel negative.
and Bull all said he will.
Feel negative.
Dustin and myself
Wow.
leaned a little higher towards Brock Bowers. Let me
I
hear
was-
why you think Judkins. I know you just said Bull, so I want to hear from someone else why Judkins,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you why I think it's going to be Bowers. But it'll be close.
I just think that they gonna spam Judkins the ball, and 2, I trust our secondary to, like, he's literally the only guy. Like, I feel like they're gonna have to come up with a game plan, and this a Dale pick game. If you playing at a great level, like, you should be able to guard Brock Bowers. I can come out of retirement today and guard Brock Bowers. So therefore,
Really?
yes, easy money.
He's a good player.
Easy money. Easy
So,
money.
don't you think you should put a corner on him?
You don't have
No.
to.
He's too big
Yeah, I'm
for a
gonna say
corner,
too
man.
big for that.
I'm 6'5", 340.
I don't know.
240.
How big is Grant Delpit?
Not that big.
6'2".
I don't think the Browns have covered a tight end since 1988. So maybe I might rethink that answer.
I think Judkins and Bowers both go over 100 yards. How about that?
I think Judkins. I don't misunderstand me. I don't think Ford's getting 28 carries or anything nuts like that. I just think Ford's going to play a lot in pass protection. But I think Quinshon will have a big game.
I don't. I mean, who's killed the Browns this year? Like, has there been one guy where he's like, oh, he killed us for 150 or
Receiver?
120? Like, any guys? Receiver?
Yeah, Devontae Walker killed us for 2 touchdowns. I don't know how many yards he had.
Like, who's had the best game
for the Ravens? He killed us.
Best game against the Browns this year?
Was it? It might have been the Vikings and Justin Jefferson.
But he didn't even go crazy.
He didn't go crazy. I ain't seen nobody go crazy.
Cincinnati, they held Chase and Higgins to nothing. Mm-hmm. Baltimore, nobody had the first game. Detroit, Amon-Ra had a good game against them. But he had 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's not a crazy game.
That's not crazy. I mean,
Minnesota, nobody. Pittsburgh, nobody. In the New England game, did anybody have Matt Collins had 89 yards. That's the highest.
So, I ain't about to come out here and kill.
Collins.
I don't even think Geno Smith gonna have no time. And you go, you go out and look at as bad as we feel about the Browns. Raiders Nation is like these dudes. I was like, man, I thought we had it bad. They going crazy.
Can I tell you why you guys are wrong on this one?
Go ahead.
And I do agree with you both. I think both go over 100. The Raiders are an objective failure this season. They went in with a new coach.
Yeah.
A new quarterback. They spent a lot of money to be competitive this year. They did not anticipate a 2-8 start to the season. And they have not used Ashton Genty nearly as much as
they've done a terrible job with him.
Yeah, they've done a terrible job. They don't run the ball.
About it.
They decide to throw the ball on 64% of their plays, G. They just traded Jacoby Myers. If you have Denzel Ward on Trey Tucker, I'm taking Denzel 100 out of 100 times in that matchup, which means you have one option to throw the ball, and that is Brock Bowers. And at the end of the day, as good as Judkins has been, if the Browns' offensive line is what we think it is and what it has shown to be, Judkins could have a great game and finish with 70 yards, and he has 98 after contact.
Yeah, but they played against a terrible Cowboy defense last week, and Bowers didn't have a huge game.
I'm not saying he had a huge game every time. If you go back 2 weeks when he had 12 catches for 137
right, but that's
yards.
been an anomaly this year.
Well, he was hurt. And now he's back healthy again. I just think they're going to throw the ball because that's what they've done all season. And without Myers, Bowers is back. He's healthy. I know he didn't have a huge game last week, but somebody has to get targets, and it's easier to pick up chunk gains in the passing game than it is in the running game. So I think it's both 100 for each. I think Judkins has a good game. I just think Bowers at the end of the day is going to have a few.
I like our 2 guys on him. I like Delpit and I like Carson Schlesinger.
It'll be a hell of a tough, in a good way, like a good measuring stick test. How good is Schlesinger in coverage if he gets that one-on-one assignment multiple times? Because Bowers is really good.
Can Schlesinger?
Really good.
Could Schlesinger make the Pro Bowl?
Yeah. 100%.
Definitely. By the way, you know what the most yards receiving is for any Browns player in a game this year?
This year?
It's Fannin, yeah.
How many yards?
78.
I was going to say
82,
60s.
if I remember correctly.
Fannin 81.
81.
Wow.
And then Jeudy second with 78 2 weeks ago. And Judkins, there's only been 100-yard rushing game. That was Judkins
Minnesota.
against Minnesota. That's been it.
All right, last question.
Yeah.
My favorite one. Who will do more wrist-up celebrations on Sunday? Shedeur or the Raiders' defense?
This is easy.
This definitely was easy for me.
This is easy. Me and Tyvis talked about this yesterday.
Well, you two are on the same side of the fence.
Of course.
No side with Earl and Dustin. Jason Bull, Jay, and myself said it will be Shedeur, which is crazy because I feel like, G, you have the most confidence in Shedeur, but you're going more on the defensive side for the wrist up.
Man, after they going to sack him and they going to throw that wrist up, they going to get a PBU, they going to throw that wrist up.
They tackle Judkins in the backfield, wrist up.
Ravens only did it once.
Offside, wrist up.
After the first sack, this is the only time I saw it. Did I miss one?
That's the only one I saw.
I only saw Baltimore do it once.
They did it one time.
Do it all the time?
Oh, of course. Now he's starting.
Let me ask you this. Is Deion going to the game?
I don't see how he's not there.
You might see they might start doing the Deion shuffle on them.
They're going
might
to do
everything.
Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you, me and Tyvis are defenders. Right now, me and Tyvis, if we played on the same squad, is getting our celebrations ready right now.
To watch them.
So with I got to watch on
Richard Millie.
They're ready to go. So anything that happened bad for them, they miss a field goal. The wrist is coming up.
That's a fact.
So get used to it.
That's lame.
Oh, but that's what's
I
going.
agree. I think that's likely.
That's what's going to happen. Watch
happen.
me. Now listen. Now who was going to get the? Now when he does it, he's going to get more. Like he throw a touchdown pass and throw it up. That's what people gonna go crazy for. This defensive celebrations, they don't. That's just trolling.
If they sack him, all right.
100% they're doing.
Yeah, on the sack, I understand.
100%.
One time,
But
if you want to do it as a defense.
Tackle Junkins in the back. That's lame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know.
I'll allow one. That's it. Anything more than one.
Jason's allowing only one.
only one.
He's going to Vegas to police this. here.
Listen,
Let's
Yes.
hope he got to watch.
Hey, listen.
All right, Miguel, let's go.
McWell?
I mean, that's Michael in Spanish, isn't it? Miguel.
Not I thought you said DeQuell with the M.
Miguel.
Miguel.
That's dang. It's an R&B singer.
McQuell, yeah, I like that.
Well,
maybe I'll change my
McQuell.
name to McQuell one day.
It could be from Brooklyn.
We got to listen to a very interesting press conference. We're going to do that after I remind you guys that FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. There's no better place to get in on the action than with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of both the NBA and the NFL. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when their first $5 bet wins. So head over to FanDuel.com/UCSS to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. And if you have a winning FanDuel ticket, make sure you send it in, guys, so we can feature it on the show. We have to address the Jerry Jeudy press conference yesterday.
We addressed it with Zach, and he was
Jackson.
like,
If anyone missed it,
yeah.
we're going to play the entirety of his press conference yesterday. He went to the podium. This was not at his locker. This was at the podium. These are all the questions and all the answers from Jerry Jeudy. And then I need you guys to explain to me what the hell was going on. Take a listen.
Jerry, I know Kevin said that Shedeur is going to get all the first team reps. How important is this week of practice going to be for you guys and for you specifically to develop chemistry with him and try to get something going?
It's going to be very important.
And what have you seen of Shedeur? We don't really get to watch very much practice, and I know he hasn't had first team reps yet, but what kind of development have you seen in him over these past few months?
He consistently growing.
But on that last drive, it looked like he was the most comfortable on that last drive. Did anything change with him at all? Did he feel better? What did you pick up on watching that last drive?
Just having multiple reps.
I asked you about it after the game, that catch that you fought for that first down. Just that kind of effort to try to extend that play, extend that drive, and get that win. Does that show the embodiment of the hunger that you guys have to close these games out when you guys are so close, so long?
For sure, we just got to finish.
I know we ask you this every time you switch quarterbacks, Jerry, but is there a way to fast forward the process of trying to develop that timing and chemistry with that new guy?
No, you just need reps. I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jerry.
Second question is so funny. She asked I don't know who that was, but she asked a 30-second question, and he gave a 2-word answer, which he did for all of them. But I felt like Scott Petrak was panicking asking that question.
No, I wouldn't say that. But I mean,
because he made it. I'm not picking on him. I don't mean to be picking on him, even though I usually pick on people. But Scott does a good job. But it was so awkward. And he's like, "What the hell can I ask him here?"
So I was in the back for that.
Yeah.
And I was just I wasn't really participating. I was just kind of listening in a little bit. And you know how the locker room set up, and I was behind the couches, so I was really far away. Mm-hmm. But after the second answer, I looked at Zach and I was like, "So it's going to go like that today?" You know, when you're in those scrums, one short, okay.
Should they have not bothered to continue asking him questions?
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, he wasn't giving an answer.
What are you doing? I've been in those scrums before like that. It's like, you good? You want to be here? And they do have obligations where they're supposed to be available at least once a week during the week.
Right.
And I mean, obviously, so here's the thing: is he having a bad day? Or is he checked out? And you can't tell off one press conference. Mm-hmm. If he's just having a bad day, everybody has bad days.
Yeah.
Don't make him that's a waste of time.
Don't make him talk.
Why are you going to the podium?
Yeah.
But the way that this works is guys have their days. What was yesterday? Wednesday? Wednesday's his day.
Miles speaks on Fridays.
Miles goes on Fridays.
Yeah.
Joel talks today. Denzel was yesterday. The quarterback is almost always Wednesday. So yesterday was Shedeur, Jerry, Denzel. And so guys just know that's their day. They're going to the podium. So there's no PR person that like goes and fetches them usually.
Right.
Like they just know. But it's like, just talk tomorrow.
Do you have any idea what was going on?
No,
Anybody know? There's no rumblings.
I mean, I'm just gonna assume he was in a bad mood.
Yeah.
I assume that he was in a bad mood because you listen to him talk after games and stuff, and he's more. Obviously, as the season's gone on, he's gotten more shorter in his answers, and he's more frustrated with himself. But like when he got the first down on that last drive, like he got up, he had passion and all those things. So
that was a great run.
Yeah, he's not checked.
I don't think
out.
he's checked.
He's not checked.
I think
out.
he wasn't even like nasty. It wasn't like he was being nasty.
Right.
Yeah,
I just think
he probably got
bad mood.
He might have got into it with his girl or something.
He might have got yelled
at. She might have blew him, and that might be what it was.
They
she just blew me, and I got to go up here and do this press conference.
She did what?
What? Okay.
Blew me, like that. Y'all sick, man.
You're the one who said it.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Blew my mind.
I've never heard that term
I've
used.
never heard it like that.
Wow, y'all got
You just blew my mind.
Y'all got to get out, boys.
Y'all ain't
never seen somebody like with attitude like
triple pause.
Like that, the lineup that
y'all ain't never heard that.
Hey, shout out to my man Tyvis.
First ever triple pause.
Have you ever heard that, G?
Nah,
Even G hasn't heard it.
I can't do that. No.
Y'all showing y'all age.
Hey,
man. I know some people in the chat. Listen, the young people in the chat know exactly what I meant. Like,
okay.
Ant's younger than you and had no clue what you meant. So.
Ant was looking
Ant's
at you
white.
I'm Italian. I have a little olive in there.
Nah, man. Look, man. Hey, look, these dudes. Look, bro. Look, football is a tough sport. You be out here doing all kind of stuff. You gotta get treatment. His body probably tired. He hurt. He looking around. His numbers ain't up. He could have been arguing with his girl. Man, listen, Thanksgiving coming up. They trying to figure out whether you want roast beef, ham, or turkey. The caterer's calling his mom's talking about, listen, man, we trying to go look at this new crib. All the above letter D. And he get up there and he got to talk. He looked like he's sleepy too. He might have just woke up. Like at the end.
Well, they just had positional meetings, so you better not have just woke up.
Hey, listen, that's the way it go with the Browns. Nah, man, whatever, man. Look, it's funny if they go out here and force feed him the ball 15 times and he have 100 yards. He gonna be smiling ear to ear next week, right? It is what it is, man. Like ain't nothing crazy. Like, guys, I mean, we come from the school of Marshawn Lynch. I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
And now he's who would have guessed Marshawn Lynch would become a personality?
That's crazy.
Retiring from the NFL.
He's the most unlikely guy to ever do that besides George Foreman.
That's a pet
I was going to say Albert Bell. Albert Bell hasn't done it.
George Foreman had a demeanor like Albert Bell,
Yeah.
and then turned into.
Did you see that movie?
Which one?
That was the George. Oh, it was a movie that came out recently.
The one about his
Well,
life?
you're thinking of the movie.
Yeah. Huh?
Well, you're thinking of what movie it is. Ty, I have a question for you.
Shoot from the hip.
If Jeudy is upset at something going on elsewhere, not football related, impact team, doesn't want to do the press conference, whatever, do you think that has any carryover to Sunday and his actual play on the field?
No.
Or once the game starts,
that was Wednesday.
does that stuff go out the window?
that's
But
right.
during a press conference, it can impact you.
No, I think that for him, because he understands, like, one, you've heard all these reporters come on and talk about how Shedeur is loved in the locker room. Like, a lot of people love Shedeur and stuff like that. So I think for Jeudy, the same way when it was like when Dylan first got his starts, like, I feel like those veterans know, like, I got to be on it today to help him out, because if I don't, we really don't have a chance. So, like, I got to make sure that I'm running these routes crispy. I got to make sure that I'm getting some separation and make him believe. Because me and G watch the tape. I mean, the first read is him every time. Like, especially when you first get in the game, I'm going to Jeudy every time. Like, I don't care who. I'm going to the number one guy. So he knows that. He knows he's got to play in a really good game Sunday. And it's not like the Raiders got this locked down top 5 corner or anything like that. So it's on him, and I think he's gonna be ready to go. But he's answering the questions right. Like, he's getting chemistry and stuff like that. So they getting their timing down and stuff in practice, and it should look better.
By the way, I noticed you mentioned roast beef for Thanksgiving, because we are having my Thanksgiving prime rib.
I'm a big fan of your Thanksgiving traditions. I'm a big fan of prime rib in general.
Yeah.
But it's a little difficult. Are you the cook with that?
No, my wife makes it.
Are you going to reverse sear that? Or are you going to roast it? How you going to do that?
I have no idea how she makes it.
It's actually easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to make prime. I was shocked at how easy it was.
You just put it in the oven at like a low temperature for a long time, I think it is.
You let that matriculate?
Yeah, and it's always really good. She makes a great prime rib. And then we did this last year. Last year, we got our dinner from Sweet Pork Wilson's. And then we got sides from Whole Foods. They're open on Thanksgiving. You could order like a package and that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a little turkey from Whole Foods.
I thought you was a prime rib guy.
Yeah, we're having prime rib. That's what I said.
Bringing that back. What y'all doing?
Turkey. Honey baked ham turkey.
That is, yeah.
I think they get because they got the ones with the golden stuff on the outside, the crispy stuff.
Did I tell y'all I used to work at Honey Baked Ham?
No, you did everything.
Yeah, man, I worked at Honey Baked Ham in North Canton.
Oh.
So I actually know literally what is the Honey Baked Ham crust and glaze.
Yeah, the glaze.
I even know the
trade secrets.
I know the trade secrets. We used to.
There's an NDAG.
I don't want
He's like, listen, you ain't regular no more. They will get you together.
You know what's valuable to UCSS to have you get all of a sudden disappear.
The Honey Baked Ham. Listen, shout out to them. You right, McNuggets. I like you.
You know what's funny is I love like cold cut. Like you go to the supermarket, get boar's head, especially.
Yeah, I like
ham.
that. Mm-hmm.
But I don't like hot ham.
No.
You don't like it heated up?
I don't like a honey baked ham. Nah.
I don't like ham.
But if it's frozen, you thaw it, and so that you get the glaze to be crispy. But in the middle, it's still it's room temperature. It's about 68 to 70 degrees internal temperature.
Do stuffing? Everybody do stuffing?
Yes. Yeah. No, that's called dressing.
Yeah.
Stuffing's the best part of Thanksgiving.
That's called dressing.
Agree. We call it dressing.
It depends, G.
It's not inside the turkey.
If it's made inside the turkey, it's stuffing. If it's
not
not inside the turkey, it's dressing.
Interesting.
And it's a pan of dressing too. And
for sure. And I'm throwing the gravy on top.
And by the way,
throwing the gravy on top of the whole
If you go to your in-laws' house, there is a list of people who don't. If you knew, don't tell your wife and your in-laws don't get salty because she's not allowed to bring nothing. Like she's not allowed to bring nothing. The dressing has already been handed down.
Everything is there.
The potato salad is handed down.
Yep.
The green beans that got more meat in the green beans than beans. That's been handed down. And the sweet potato, not pumpkin, sweet potato pie.
I don't like either.
Has been handed down.
It tastes similar, but I'm more of a sweet potato pie.
Yeah,
guy.
I don't like pie.
Are you a cranberry sauce guy?
No.
I can't stand it.
Gross.
I ain't never tried it. Like I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, it's gross.
I like it for one day of the year, and it's Thanksgiving. Outside of that, I think it's disgusting.
We done got busy. Green bean casserole
Hawaiian rolls with the butter.
See, I'm thinking about going to Sweet Pork Wilson's and get cornbread.
Yeah,
Hawaiian rolls with the butter.
All right, we got two topics we got to get to before we wrap up today's show.
Talk about
next
Thanksgiving?
topic. What do you say?
We're talking about Thanksgiving.
We all won't be
we
here.
Got two
for
topics.
You anti-American?
We got a week before Thanksgiving to have these discussions.
All right, go ahead.
And our Thanksgiving discussion will be brought to us by Prize Picks.
Oh.
Because this episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. We make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right gets you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement on this sports season, whether you're following the NFL, NBA, or both. There's no better time to jump in on the action. Just download the Prize Picks app today and use promo code LOCKEDONNFL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONNFL for $50 in lineups after you play your first 5. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. All right, guys. Bull, you mentioned this earlier, and I'm not sure if you knew this was coming up or just happened to come up in conversation, but how do you think Shedeur Sanders being under center and the threat of an actual downfield passing game will impact how the Raiders try and defend Quinshon Judkins?
Yeah, that's part of the reason I think Quinshon's going to have a big game because I think Shedeur, it was clear in that first appearance that he is unafraid. There have been times where Dylan Gabriel has had guys open down the field and he's afraid to pull the trigger. He doesn't want to throw a pick. That's how I see it. There's no way I can know that for a fact that that's why he doesn't throw it, but that's what it seems. Whereas Shedeur, to his credit, even though it could backfire sometimes, is unafraid. He will throw the ball downfield. He'll probably make some mistakes doing it, but he'll make some plays doing it too. Mm-hmm. And you have to have. It's very hard to be successful running the ball if there's no threat of passing the ball downfield. Now, even if he does throw the ball downfield, if you're the Raiders, you're still focused on the run game. I don't think there's any doubt about it. But even if it makes a half a second difference or a little bit of a difference of that eighth guy being in the box versus the seventh, whatever it might be, I think it makes enough of a difference combined with the fact that the Raiders stink defensively that will lead to Quinshon Judkins having more success. That's how I see it.
I think that having Shedeur under center, I think the biggest difference between Shedeur and Dylan is a robot. Shedeur is a football player. And when I say that, like when you're playing football, they always say don't be a robot. Meaning, if you see something, go for it. To where I might tell you I want it to be like this. The playbook might say to go like this, but be a football player. If you do what you got to do to make it happen. And I think when you look at Dylan, the way he played, it was like, coach want me to do it exactly like this, so I'm gonna do it just like this. And that's what gets you on the field, and that's what should get you on the field, because you get trust with the coach and that rapport. But at the end of the day, the people that win games is football players. It's so many times. You know how many times I seen JOK go underneath a block? You know, you never supposed to go underneath a block to go make a play, but yet he did it. Boom, got back on there and made the play, and it just was unbelievable. Like, it's so many examples of that, and I think with Shedeur, it might get him in trouble sometimes because you're never going to be 100%. But like the aggressiveness, the fact that I know Kevin said not to throw this, but I'm about to throw this. Like even in the preseason, his 2 touchdowns against Carolina, he probably shouldn't have threw that ball. I mean, one was in triple coverage, the other one was in double coverage, and yet he still made the play. To where I feel like maybe Dylan never would have thrown that ball. So I think having that mindset and being able to pull the trigger on some of those. Absolutely, because if I'm playing corner, he'll throw it. Let me back up. The Ravens already came out and said we know they're not throwing the ball deep. Me and G watched the tape. Heck, the post safety was only 10 yards off the ball. They was all like in that box. You can count all 11 people
in the box.
right there in the box, close to the box. So I think, just having him in there is going to open up things for everybody, as far as the run game goes, and I think for the passing attack, even though it's intermediate. I feel like for the first play, if I was the Browns, if I was Tommy Rees, the first play I would run on the very first snap is out and up. I'd run it out and up. I come out in that spacing with that condensed formation. I have Jeudy run that out, and boom, go up. I guarantee you, if you throw it, it'd probably be wide open. Probably be wide open because they would never expect it.
Man, look. If I look at it like this, man. Hey, you ever been on a diet for a long time?
No, never.
Yeah. you be all right. You be doing, you working out, and then you be like, okay, I got a cheat day. And Thanksgiving is coming up, right? We just talked about all that good food.
This is a bowl of
it. You talk about, hey, if you gonna be sitting here, don't nobody care nothing about you trying to have no diet on Thanksgiving.
One plate.
Listen, one plate. If you gonna have a cheat day, go all the way up top. Don't eat one piece of cornbread. Hey, get busy. Matter of fact, eat so much you gotta lay it down, and then you get right back on the bike the next day. You say, G. Bush, what are you talking about? Here go your analogies. Shedeur Sanders got one night only anyway. You think, like if he don't ball out, they gonna put Dylan Gabriel right back in, right? If he don't come out here making no throws, he come out here and they lose the game and he 11 or 18, 1 touchdown, and we sitting here arguing back and forth. What did it really look better than Dylan? What? Nah, bro. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, Shedeur. Go out and live one night only. Go out and let it rip. Maverick Top Gun. That's what I'm talking about. Because look, you gonna get your one shot. Don't look back at your one shot and say, man, I wish I would have been more aggressive on that. I would have let that post rip. You know what? I did check it down right here, but I seen something. Hey, franchise quarterbacks, the Brett Favres, the Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning threw 30-something interceptions his rookie year. You got one shot. Go out there and let it roll. Have fun. And go out there and put some energy into the tape, into your teammates, and see you can come out with a win. But you are who you said you are. You got to smile. You got to play the way you play. Go out and play and let it all hang out and see what you can do.
That was beautiful. What did that have to do with Quinshon Judkins?
Here's the thing. I was talking about him. I was talking about him. Listen. But by the way, you see how this works? If you go and let it all hang out and do all that other kind of stuff, that makes them respect your gangster. That makes them say, you know what? I can't get flat-footed because this dude really might throw that. He put it on tape last week. It was a check down to move the chains to Jerry Jeudy. He said, no, Gage Leverdan, I'm going up top. If you do that and you establish that early, and you establish that I can move in the pocket, I can move here, I'm going to be able to get this off, and I will take the ball down, run, and I will throw the ball deep. Now you can't have 55 dudes in the line of scrimmage.
By the way, 2 things about Gage Larvenden before you go. Number 1, that sounds like the name of a punk band from the 90s.
It is, a German punk band.
Yeah, and number 2, I think I've heard his name pronounced 13 different ways.
We don't know.
I don't think anybody knows how
You
to
got it
pronounce
right.
Which one?
Gage
Gage
Larvenden?
Larvenden?
Yeah.
We got to call him G-Lab.
Larvenden or Larvenden?
Oh, I don't know.
See, there you go. All right, Jason, go ahead. Your thoughts on Quinshawn Judkins?
I will be curious to see how many checks they give Shedeur at the line. How much they trust him with, if you see this, do this. If you see that, do that. Mm-hmm. And I think that will actually be very telling in how good of a game Quinshawn has. Because I think that they've kept some seatbelts on him to this point, so we'll see how much they trust him. And I don't know, can you tell by watching he had a check and
That's what you'll see.
He did this one.
No, I mean, can you tell as a former player if they gave him an option at the line?
Yeah, he'll get up there and he either got a can of play or he's got a check to the play. Is that what you saying?
No, I think so. Remember we was watching the film and I said, okay, you remember how they had everybody at the line of scrimmage?
Yeah.
And we were sitting there saying, like, okay, well, you got the tight end in the gravedigger position.
Yep.
And you have your back end.
What's that? What is a gravedigger?
Gravedigger is when that tight end is off the ball and he's standing in the 2-point stand like this.
Okay,
that's a gravedigger.
Does he have the autonomy to say, I want to max protect this up? You staying in, the back is staying in, plus my tight end. They showing 7. I got 5 linemen. I'm gonna go ahead and max protect. I got 7, and then we gonna ride with.
I feel like our quarterback should.
We gonna see. Sometimes they just got to run the play if you give it to them, and they don't trust that he can read that.
And that's kind of what I'm getting to. Is I want to see how much they trust him to change things at the line, and how much they say, "Go run this." Can you tell that? Can you tell that?
Well, sometimes if you look at it, you like. Yeah,
that's what I was trying to poorly.
Because if they got those guys up there, and you obviously can't block those guys, right? Obviously, if they're bringing more, you see veteran quarterbacks.
It's not true, because you could keep them. You could some quarterbacks, like Cardell would tell me, he would make the running back go out. Like if he seen like 7 people about to blitz. And he'd be like, I tell the running back, go fast out there. I'm going to just hit you as soon as, boom, just dump it off to you because they're not going to check you.
Well, that's the autonomy that Jason is kind of talking about. And Shedeur said something. He said something about the hungry dogs or whatever. Like somebody asked him, hey, man, I know you developed that with Labradane and the hungry dogs. He's like, yo, I don't got that much juice. I can't just be telling who's going to be in the game. Whoever out there. So I do agree that there are some calls, I bet you they bring him in and you say, no, don't change nothing. Run it as is. And then if they give him a couple of looks where he's comfortable with that and say, okay, well, now you can re-engage that, change it to whatever you're going to do. But
I think it all comes down to him. I mean, because, you get the little communication before the snap. So
right.
You give him the play, and as he's walking up, I think you can still talk to him. And I don't think it's shut off.
I forget when they cut it.
I don't think it's shut off by
15 in college. I thought it was 20 in the pros. I'll double check.
Yeah, like if they better give him the play quick and say, hurry up and get him lined up, and then say something to him before that communication go. If they want him to check out or something,
it's 15 seconds college and pros. 15 seconds.
So you get what's a 25-second play clock? So you give him the
35-second play clock.
It'll be fascinating because
he should be able to get him out the huddle, then run him, get him up there, and then say, hey, watch out for this, and then it's gonna probably shut off.
Tommy Reese, what is this? His second game calling plays?
Third
game, but his second quarterback calling plays.
Yep.
So chances are you could turn that game on and say, what the heck is this? I didn't see this.
100%.
Like you might see a whole completely. I don't know what they're running because you got to. They can break tendency in this game, which is why you possibly could see some explosive plays because you could break tendency in the first.
The plays that Shedeur likes and is comfortable with are probably much different than the plays Dylan likes.
Definitely,
and is comfortable with.
Yeah. All right. Mike.
One last topic to get to. We're going to pivot, talk a little baseball because the Cardinals have a new broadcast.
We're talking baseball broadcasting.
It's all kind of side. If you guys want more UCSS content, make sure you follow us on social media. There's our X, our Instagram, and our TikTok handles. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to be part of the weekly newsletter, you can see the number on your screen there, 216-435-1590. You can sign up for that. So take advantage of all the UCSS content you don't get from 11 to 1 daily on your social media channels and elsewhere across the interweb. All right, Jason, I need you to help us navigate these tumultuous waters because the Cleveland Guardians have a new broadcast home. They are now going to be on ESPN Plus for the upcoming season, no longer on MLB TV, which is where they were last year. ESPN spent $1.65 billion to get the local broadcast rights to 6 Major League Baseball teams that were previously under the FanDuel Bally Sports Network. It is now under the ESPN network. It'll be the same broadcast team that we had last year and we had in the previous years with Matt Underwood, Dre Knott, and those guys. But, Jason, is this a good thing or a bad thing for fans that now ESPN is the rights holder for the local broadcast for the Guardians?
I'll tell you when they set the price.
Yeah, what? if you have so there's 6 teams under the MLB umbrella. If you get ESPN Plus, you will have through that app free access to all those games.
I was slacking with Andrew Marchand yesterday.
Right. Yeah,
covers. He's
a media
job.
Reporter.
For
sports media reporter
for us. Yeah. And he said, I mean, they're still working out details on all this. He thinks it'll be in the $20 to $30 a month range. And it'll probably be very similar. However you did it last year, you'll probably be able to do it again or through ESPN.
Right, because I
don't think it's going to be much change for consumers, for fans. I don't think. I think it's just
will it be ESPN production? Like, will the score bug look like ESPN?
I doubt it. Like, those ESPN Plus games don't really look like, when they.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't have all the answers, but the
prices never go down. I mean, they don't go down.
No. So we'll find out. What did fans have to pay? Because I just have DirecTV.
Was it $99 last year for the whole season?
$100 for the whole year. It'll probably go up from that.
Yeah.
It was $100 for the whole year. Yeah.
So that'd be
right. I had the whole.
Wait, Jason, hold on, real quick. Becker just texted me and said they'll still be on MLB TV in 26, while also streaming through ESPN. Did you hear that? That's not what I read.
Well, yes. So MLB TV is now owned by ESPN.
Got you.
Okay. ESPN bought the rights to MLB TV. So MLB TV, it used to be called MLB Extra Innings, is like NFL Sunday Ticket.
Okay, now I'm getting it.
DirecTV had Sunday Ticket. Now YouTube TV has it. MLB TV kind of used to be just out on its own through MLB. Now ESPN holds the rights to MLB Extra Innings or MLB TV. But there's kind of 2 separate entities here because the Guardians and 5 other teams are their games. They don't have like a what's the word I'm looking for? Not
regional sports network.
Regional sports network, where these other teams do, and you can still watch it through the MLB package. So this is separate.
Goofy. It's the Guardians. It's the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Are they still on FanDuel? Or are they all
no? They have like
ESPN.
It's
Plus?
the same. At least for me, it was the same channel you always watched them on, but there was no other programming. Like the channel was dark, and then it would come up, and there's the game, and then it went dark again.
Right.
I think it'll be the same.
So for fan,
or you can get it through ESPN Plus.
Right.
But it's so early to know. But is this a good deal or bad deal? We'll find out when the pricing comes out.
I'm confused about it all. So
if I got FanDuel,
so if I got FanDuel TV, will I still watch the Guardians?
No, not on FanDuel TV.
So you got to have ESPN Plus.
Yeah. Now you do either ESPN Plus or this.
But
so MLB
TV. What if
you have I had MLB TV, but I had to watch the Guardians
on FanDuel
on Fubo.
Right. Oh, Fubo has it, but FanDuel.
Well, they don't. But it's not.
Or I could have paid an extra, because otherwise it's blacked out on.
Well, they said on YouTube they don't. This ain't on YouTube TV.
No, the YouTube TV does not have the Guardians.
No. Correct.
That's why I had.
So I have YouTube TV for the football season for Sunday Ticket, and then I switch it to Fubo for the.
So now you're not going to Fubo.
I won't have to. No, I'll just buy MLB TV.
What about Cavs? Where do you get Cavs?
FanDuel. That's on Fubo.
FanDuel's not on YouTube, is it?
No. I haven't been able to watch every game. Most of their good games are on ESPN, all these. I can watch ESPN. I can watch TNT. I have Peacock. I tell
you what,
all these other things.
I know somebody for a small fee.
Oh yeah,
come get you together. Yeah, get everything.
I know. I got to keep
Allegedly, I know somebody.
Allegedly.
See, listen, we know self-snitching.
By the way, a couple other notes for baseball fans, and I know we have no hope or no thoughts that the Guardians are going to do anything significant. I understand that. This week is an interesting week in baseball because guys had to decide on their qualifying offers earlier in the week. You're seeing minor leaguers get called up. The Guardians called a couple of guys up. Well, technically they didn't get called up, but they were added to the 40-man roster to be protected from the Rule 5 draft. And tomorrow is the last day to non-tender a player. So, a player like, I was going to say Ben Lively, but they already let him go.
Cal, a couple years ago, Quantrill.
Right.
They non-tendered. That's how they lost him.
Right. Tomorrow's the deadline for that. So you will often see a lot of trades this week, usually minor deals of guys like a guy that one team wants to get off their 40-man roster, another team has a spot. We've seen some, there was a significant trade between the Angels and Orioles this week.
Yeah.
There was a trade last night, not as big, between
the
Braves and the A's.
What was that?
Or the Astros, Nick Allen for Mauricio Dubon. Not a huge trade, but two major leaguers.
Were you shocked to see Naylor's contract?
No, I thought that was.
I still haven't seen the money.
I think it's five for 80 something, less than $20 million a year. I mean, that's reasonable. That's about what I always thought he was going to get, and that's why if you're Quan, like you're not getting. I mean, you're younger than Naylor, and you're a good defensive player, but you're not the hitter that he is.
Naylor, I think the trade out of Cleveland was a little bit of a wake-up call for him because he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he was great last year.
He looks like a totally different player than he was his last year in Cleveland.
Yeah. And good for him.
Yeah.
Good spot. They like him there. It's a good team, good lineup. Unbelievably, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly the Pirates of all teams are in on Kyle Schwarber.
Well,
which is crazy.
They have to spend a certain amount.
No,
they went through that. Yeah, they went through that last year. Or was it the Marlins? Some team went through that last year.
To spend?
There's something about at the bottom where I'd have to look it up.
Then you don't get revenue sharing money.
There's something about it.
There's all these weird rules, but
but
Kyle Schwarber is a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean maybe not a lot of years, but that's a lot of money per year.
You think he will go there and lose?
No, because somebody else will offer him more money. And it's not like it's his hometown. Like if he went to Cincinnati, I could see it because that's his hometown. But
Cincinnati ain't paying nothing.
Well, they
pay more than us.
The Pirates and us.
Pirates haven't paid $1 in years.
Do you think they should extend Ellie De La Cruz?
I mean,
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
if
you
they
think
could.
so? I don't know, man. I feel like his hit numbers just kind of went down.
It's his second year.
Listen, it's not basketball where once guys are good, they're good. In baseball, there's ebbs and flows to careers. It happens, but he is as talented as almost any player in the league. I would 100%
they might be out of time on signing him.
Can we check the batteries in Tyvis? This Tyvis here. This new Tyvis is wild.
He's getting
work.
calls from some crazy Reds fans on his radio show.
Tyvis. He had his highest career batting average this year, and an OPS that was just slightly lower than it was last year.
No, it was a time where he has
flaws in his game.
I'm not saying he's perfect, but
he wasn't even getting on base for it was like a streak of it last year.
I'm not pretending I watch
a ton
of Reds
about moving
baseball.
him positions with him. I think he might be an outfielder down the line. I mean, he's like so big. I don't know. We'll see what happens with him.
He's literally 23 years old.
He's a young player. I would 100% look to lock him up.
They say he's going to the Dodgers soon.
Dodgers can't take everybody.
They might.
They could.
Yes, they could.
Dude, listen, everybody talks about the payroll with the Dodgers, and I get it. But the Dodgers there's a lot of other teams with big payrolls that don't win like the Dodgers
do.
The
Mets?
Yeah. You know why? Because the Dodgers have done what really nobody else has been able to do, is they spend like crazy and they're run very smart.
Well, the Yankees in the 90s were like that. They had a great farm system and they spent a ton. I mean, Rivera, Posada, Jeter.
They kept they didn't go crazy
but they were all homegrown.
Barney Williams.
Right. They didn't go crazy in free agency. The money disparity wasn't as big then as it is now. And now, the Mets and Yankees got crazy payrolls, but their teams aren't crazy good because they spend stupidly and they honestly haven't drafted well.
Yeah.
Whereas not only do the Dodgers spend money, but they're also great at drafting.
Yeah.
They're great at developing. They're great at everything. They're not going to get credit for that because their payroll's high, and I get it. And listen, as good as they weren't an abnormally dominant team this year.
No.
And the Blue Jays Or right, the Blue Jays were 2 outs away from winning.
They were half second away from winning.
Yeah, I really wanted the Blue Jays to win, but I heard the Blue Jays are hot on Kyle Tucker, which would be they already had a good lineup. My God, if they had him.
Will they keep Bichette too, or will they lose Bichette?
They're going to lose.
They'll
Bichette.
lose him.
He's going somewhere else.
They'll probably slide Hemi over to short.
Yeah, he's going to play short.
All right, before we get to Super Chats, we got a tweet during the beginning of today's show that I've been saving. It's from Dog Chomps. And, Steve, if you would like to take Tagboard full here, please.
Tagboard full?
From Dog Chomps.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, bro, this is crazy work.
You do look like B-Rad off of
But
Malibu
no, that's hysterical. But when I did that, when I was like probably 50 pounds lighter, too. So I'm telling you, I was like
this ain't AI?
That is hilarious
That is
and
very much
disturbing.
AI.
No, this is AI.
I was about
What
to
do you do
say.
to my teeth?
Yeah,
I got a
got
grill?
gold teeth.
You got a grill.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
hey, yo, you look
That
like
is
Paul Wall.
Awesome and disturbing at the same time.
Wall.
That's hysterical. That's
So
pretty
shout
good.
out to Dog Chomps for sending
Shout
that in
out,
here.
shout
We,
out.
appreciate all the fans using ChatGPT or whatever they can to maximize.
I might go home looking that way.
Wow, I like that. All right, let's get
Hey,
Super
listen,
Chats.
Jason's going to Vegas, coming back on a red eye. What happens in Vegas may
Stays
not
in
stay in
Vegas.
Vegas.
That's right.
Jason comes back like that. I mean, just imagine. Hold on.
What happened?
Hold on.
Oh, I got a new one. Somebody else created something else.
Wait a minute. Wait for it.
All right, now we're good, Steve. Just for people.
Yeah, right there. Like, listen, you got to have him in a throwback jersey, though. He got that button up on. Like, but that dude. By the way, you got to understand to tie a do rag that crispy.
You know how to tie
to not have no like different creases and the wrap is completely in the front. You know what kind of skill set you got to be?
I don't know. There's an art to it.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
yesterday after the game, Cavs game, Naquan Tomlin wears a do-rag when he's not playing all the time. He tied his do-rag while talking to like 7 people, walking back and forth. He walked over to Jared Allen to talk about the dunk. And, G, to your point, now I've never worn a do-rag, but I've had enough teammates who talked about the art of tying a do-rag.
Yeah.
Knowing what goes into it to get it right and seeing him do it while multitasking 7 different ways may be more impressive than anything he did on the court last night. Shout out to Naquan.
Shout out to him. By the way, it's a lost art. You know what I'm saying? You got to put it on. You be walking. You could tie it, and you know what I'm saying. Here's the thing.
Make sure you pull it tight.
Now here's another thing. Do your daughters wrap their hair at night?
My oldest does when my wife uses the flat iron.
Yes, right. And
but
it's
my youngest does not because she rocks.
Yeah, she ain't
pigtails.
she ain't old enough to have her hair
She
down
rock
like
the
that.
puffs.
All right, now wait a minute. What do you mean by wrap?
The little.
Because my kids wear them.
Yeah,
They look like mushroom clouds.
Yeah.
My kids wear them to bed.
You got to wrap so your hair don't.
Your hair don't mess up.
Yeah.
Why?
It says it helps his curls.
Yep.
Hey, man,
So he doesn't wake up with crazy bedhead.
Hey, he is a G, man. Listen, bro, he got to have.
That's funny.
You
Bonnet. Get you a little bonnet.
Man, listen, man. People don't understand it. There's something that needs to be like the smell of a flat iron on Saturday morning is different because it's just like you get up, your mom tell you to go clean the house, your cousin is sitting there, she getting her hair flat iron, that flat iron is hot, you better not move. You be like, oh, you might hit your ears. It's just a ritual. If you know, you know, man. Shout out to the chat. If you know,
Mikey?
you know. And your son, by the way, because he's he a
baller.
monster.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the Super Chats.
Super Chats. Steve just texted us asking if I got an update on my colorblind friend. Yesterday's Wednesday. I thought it was Thursday. Tonight's Thursday. I'll find out tonight. So I'll have an update for you guys tomorrow morning on the show.
Yeah, if he's not colorblind or there's some other condition, if it's just a preference for him, then you should never wear pennies even in the original game.
So funny enough, another guy in the group chat who is part of the regular Thursday crew, really, really good basketball player, listened to it and said, well, I am colorblind. I don't care about pennies. So we may actually have a colorblind gate here. So I'll get you an answer tomorrow officially.
Blowing up the penny situation.
Had my days mixed up. First Super Chat comes from James Mason. Mikey, do you know when Dylan got hurt? I can't find it. Yes, we do. He got hurt on the read option play where he kept it.
Yeah, when he fumbled.
Yeah. Well, was it a fumble? They called
he got up, hold his head.
Yeah,
was
he was
kind of a giveaway.
Yeah,
it was right before the end of the half.
Last play of the half, right?
No, he stayed in for third down.
Yeah, that read option. I'm like, don't run that no more.
Zach got smoked on that
Zach
play.
and I called it as soon as
as
soon as he got hit. Like, man, he got let up.
Don't run that no more.
He ran to the left sideline, got stuffed. The Ravens ended up stripping it out. It went out of bounds. That was the play. Jeff's Bookshelf says, we need this panel more. It's my favorite every week. It's a great panel. I do very much enjoy this.
We don't do this panel often because Tyvis mostly works Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Jason mostly works Mondays, Fridays. So they don't usually cross over.
Dustin, I miss you, buddy. I never get to see you. I haven't seen you. Dustin needed a switch.
Yeah.
So Dustin's in tomorrow.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Drama City Clee says 15 games in, time to evaluate. Mobley needs to wake up.
I don't know if you could wake that up.
He's a really good player. Like that's getting stomped on here. Is he going to be what some of us thought he could be or hoped that he would be? Maybe not.
I don't think
he's still a really good player.
I don't think anybody's arguing that he's not a really good player.
I think he's getting trashed quite a bit.
Because our expectations have been raised by the likes of you and Mike.
Yeah, well, and that's fair.
Hey, you two are supposed to be the basketball aficionados around here.
Well, and again, he did take a leap that a lot of people didn't think he was capable of taking last year. So
I don't know.
We'll see.
I should listen
James
to Jeff
Mace.
Shedeur. He told me that Mobley wasn't any good.
Okay.
Cavs inside.
Jeff gets strays.
James Mace, I think that 15-0 start last year messed up the evaluation of this team. He also says, when the time comes, who would you trade, Darius or Evan?
You get more for Evan.
So I'd trade Evan.
I'd
like to trade them both.
I would trade Darius.
But you could get more for Evan, though. No?
I would trade Darius.
Well, Darius got the injury concern, so
Hey man, you.
But I'm not
I don't
trading.
know what you know, Jason Lloyd. You did trade there. What you know?
I've answered the question.
That was a Jason Lloyd.
Yeah, that was a secret background info.
I was like, I gotta figure this out.
I mean, you would definitely get more for Evan.
Yeah.
Would you rather trade a younger defensive player of the year without an injury history or an undersized point guard?
You trying to get more or you trying to win?
But
I don't know what
you can't get anything.
I don't know what you can get for Darius.
Well, they've got. You'd say earlier about changes. There will be changes this summer if they don't make they have to. And I was talking to Mike about this last night. I kept saying they could be a second apron team this year and next year. They've got 2 years. And the more I keep talking, people are like, you really kind of want to get out of that apron after 1 year. Because you get 2 bites at the apple in a 5-year period. And I don't want to get all nerded out on contract, but they're going to have to try and cut salary. And Mobley, winning Defensive Player of the Year last year, really screwed them. Like, it was great for him. It really kind of screwed their books.
It's so dumb.
AKA Jared and Darius, enjoy them. This is
By the way, it's so dumb. The NBA is so dumb.
The last ride. You know
that's the case.
You know the last dance. That's it. That's it.
Why would they do
win
that,
it all.
Jason?
They got to win it all.
Why would you penalize a team for a player being good? You should give him the raise, and it shouldn't count against the cap.
But the escalator that he gets for winning Defensive Player of the Year leaps him into an even higher.
Right, and I'm saying those
stats.
escalators that extra money gets should not count against the cap.
I don't necessarily disagree with you.
Here's what happened, Bull.
Yeah.
When they were super teaming up, this was the code. This was always going to happen.
Blame LeBron.
When you got 10 people, and at the end of every trade deadline, everybody was like, buy me out so I could go play for so-and-so. Buy me out so I'm like, dang, the Warriors got everybody. The Celtics got everybody.
Is it LeBron's?
We gotta blame LeBron.
Is it LeBron's fault or is it the Celtics' fault?
Celtics.
Nah. For the Ray Allen
big
and
three.
Garnett.
No. Come on.
I mean, LeBron gets blamed for everything. Everything's LeBron's fault.
And he gets credit for everything, too. And he gets love for everything. No?
I think he gets a lot more hate than he does love.
Oh, no, he gets more hate.
In the media?
Yeah.
Sure. He gets way more ass
in the media.
In the media.
He gets way more ass kissing than...
Hey, but you flip-flopped on him.
I did flip-flop on him.
Yeah, what you mean?
You flip-flopped on him?
Yeah.
I just realized one day I was
like George
this is
better.
insane that I'm saying LeBron's better than Jordan. This is crazy.
This is crazy stuff I've ever seen.
Next super chat. Brody's bottom line says it's November 20th. The Cavs are missing players, still third in the East, and they blew out Detroit when they played earlier this year.
Hey,
by the way, to be fair, I flip-flopped twice because years ago, before I even came in, I thought Kobe was better than LeBron, which was obviously wrong. But when I was younger, I thought that. But
Michael Bayless says, would you rather have Ohio State's receiver room or the Browns?
That's easy.
That's not a serious question.
That's a rhetorical question that we not even going to answer.
Like the whole idea.
You know the answer to that question.
The whole idea that a college team would beat a pro team is absurd, but I would take Ohio State's
one position group. Yeah.
Straight up. No doubt.
I might take their offense.
Brody's bottom line says, if Houston doesn't get a true point guard, they won't get out of the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, come on now.
No.
Stop.
That is a fair question to ask.
No. Absolutely
Would the Browns offense?
Oh, I thought you were talking about them.
No, I was thinking about what he said. Is Ohio State's offense better than the Browns' offense?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard to say it because but I mean, it's.
So you're saying Julian Sayin is going to be better in the pros than Shedeur?
I mean, but it comes with Jeremiah Smith and
that's what. Yeah,
like, it comes with
more
all
so
that.
about the other pieces.
How many of the Ohio State offensive linemen are legit starters in the NFL?
I mean, I'm guessing one of them or two of them could start for us.
I mean, they had 2 first rounders last year. Donovan Jackson.
Last year doesn't matter. I'm talking about currently now.
Right now, currently,
I might have to. Take
Are there
them.
tackles? If you took Ohio State's two,
the tackles are not in any of the top 100 prospects.
Okay, so were they young or what year are they?
One was a transfer,
one came from Minnesota.
All right,
listen. I'm not going to disrespect the. I'm not going to disrespect the middle dudes or the tight ends or whatever.
Yeah.
Like let's be clear, but
we'll just stick with the wide receiver.
It's closer than
it should be.
Than it should be. Say
All right.
that.
Well, you're talking about the worst offense in the NFL and the best team in college.
I'm going to be disrespeful.
Now the Browns would beat Ohio State. They'd smoke them.
Yeah, that's smoke.
Because especially the defense.
Yeah, smoke.
Miles
next
alone,
one.
Miles had
they wouldn't know what to do.
How many sacks would Myles Garrett
Julian
get?
Sayin to be on disability at the end of the game.
Yeah. 15 sacks?
They couldn't run the ball. They wouldn't be able to do nothing.
No, nothing.
All right, next super chat. Trizzy in the money says, Tyvis and G, did you guys notice the deep out to Fannin was the same play? DG didn't throw the deep post to Bond, just a 4-man route versus a 2-man route.
I didn't notice that.
The out to
the out to Fannin. You mean the one that he kind of he dropped it?
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Yeah, he threw it. Remember, he threw it out to Fannin, but then backside we said, hey, if he could have got to Bond. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember that. But he didn't have time to get to Bond. That wasn't gonna happen.
Benny Kingwood says Kurt Warner released a film breakdown of Shedeur. Although he had valid criticism, he said Shedeur overall had a good game and really was more critical of the scheme than any players. It was very telling.
I watched some of it. I watched some of it. It was like 40 minutes. I didn't watch the whole thing. Look, this is a terrible offense. Like, he has no help around him. It's the same thing
we've been saying all year.
I think
the Browns going to draft Caleb Downs with the 4th pick.
That's crazy. That is
crazy.
so
crazy. Couple more real quick. DB Dog says Miles has 15 sacks but only 13 holding calls against him. Is he under the Shaq effect, where you could call it every time?
Probably.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You throw flag every game.
I don't think the referees are consciously not calling. Sometimes he's so quick, people can't even get their hands on him.
You know what? Actually, I like what drove me crazy about Miles was all of his offsides calls. And he's only had, I think,
I feel like he's cut it down this year.
He has. And it's like, dude, you're so quick. You don't need the jump.
Right.
Like, why are you giving him 5 for you? It used to drive me nuts, but he's only had like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Eddie Everhart says Tyvis looks like Cavs era Dwayne Wade with his hair.
Kinda. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's a good
call. That's a very good
I don't even remember what Dwayne.
That's a very good one.
Let me go look that
Good
up.
one, Eddie.
We were talking this morning. We should do the doppelganger.
Yeah. Remember,
I still think you're Warren Sapp. You said Byron Leftwich. I think
he looks way more like Byron Leftwich.
If I don't have facial hair,
take those glasses off. At the start of the show was Warren Sapp. When we first launched UCSS,
he does the funny eyes.
I look like this.
Yes, yes.
I look like that bull.
Benny Kingwood. Shout out to G and Tyvis. Kurt was calling out the same things you did in your film review. Learned a lot. K-Rob says, is Miles better this year due to better defensive tackle play?
We talked about that the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, that certainly plays a role. It's the best talent he's ever had around.
Because when they get penetration, it's like they have to run somewhere, and you can't run outside. So
James May says Justin Jefferson had a good game against us as well.
Yeah, Justin.
Brody's bottom. I got 2 more real quick, then we could discuss.
Go.
Brody's bottom line said Browns are scoring 25. The Raiders stink and are playing on a short week. And Derek Waldmiller says, what's more likely, guys? The Browns' offense scores 20 or Miles gets 5 sacks to put him at 20 for the season?
Man, 5 sacks twice.
Yeah, I gotta say 20.
Come on.
The fact that we are even thinking about it is insane.
I'm going to go with the Browns score 20.
I'll say the Browns score 20. The fact that we even considered it for a moment tells you how pathetic the Browns offense is.
Yeah, you can't just do, come on, man. That's crazy.
He looked like the way he weighed with hair.
Right there. Look at that.
Same shot, same joint.
Don't look nothing like that.
Yup. Mm-hmm.
Does anybody watch Cobra Kai? Anybody?
I watched everything up until the final season, and I haven't been able to get into it.
Remember the kid who Johnny's son takes under his wing?
Yeah.
Black kid.
Yeah, little guy.
He looks like he'd be Tyvis' kid, doesn't he?
You just passing kids off to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could see a resemblance. Now you're not buying it?
I don't even know what he looks like.
I'll show you later.
Both thinks all black people look alike.
Yup, you do.
That is
that was basically what he said in the chat.
That's what's in the chat. I was like, I do not look like him at all, bro. Like
I said, and I was mostly joking around.
That's why we always get caught for committing crimes. It was him.
I said that if you
bro, he's 5'10", I'm 6'5". Nah, bro, that was you. It was.
I said if you smash G. Bush in the face with a frying pan to like smush his face, he'd look a little like Thomas Bryant.
That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? That's how we be in our lineups. It was him.
I see it all the time.
Oh shoot.